The next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.
We are back. It's Crunch Time, Woodward Sports, 11 to 1 weekdays. Big day today. Dan Campbell, Kelvin, Sheppard are speaking to the media, and right here on Woodward Sports, Crunch Time specifically, we are going to cover it live. So if you're tuning in, we appreciate you. Hit the like button on that stream for us because it pushes it out in the algorithm. I'm Jeff Iafrate. That's my friend Booner. We got KG. We got Caleb. KG's back, by the way.
Shout out KG, man. KG's back in the building, baby.
Appreciate it, man. I heard y'all got into a tizzy yesterday.
We did. It was a fun tizzy.
That's where, that's where KG's the presence in those type of situations, you know. And by the way, shout out Shelby. She did a great job. She was she filled in for sound. Did a great job.
Yeah, shout out Shelby.
But there's something, you turn into that moderator sometimes.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, just be who is the middleman in what's that show where the people just scream at each other and there's just the middleman like, okay, guys.
I don't know.
Jerry Springer? Is it?
No, that's a Jerry. That's not a middle. If that's your version of KG, then we'll go with that. You're Jerry Springer, KG.
Hey, I'm cool with that.
Was I thinking of the wrong show?
And me and Boone are the. Oh no, actually no. We're not doing that. No. We all
I know you were going to do that. We're not doing that.
Do it.
No,
I know you were going to say that.
That one. That was tough. That was tough. No, we got a lot to get to. I see everyone in the chat as well. Shout out to Dante. I see him in there. Will I Am, Steve-O, baby, Chuck Brewer. Shout out to you. Mike G's in there as always. Steve-O, baby.
Mike G.
Like I said, we got things to get to. I see Jan 25 Rules. He says good morning. Michael Weary as well.
Good morning, Michael.
We got the Dan Campbell, Kelvin Sheppard stuff, of course. Shit you may not know later in the second hour. And, we got Hot Take Thursday today. All right?
Well, we do. I have a good one. I'm not going to say it now, but I got a good one. Chuck Brewer in the chat said, so is Booner the father of Jeff's baby?
Wait, whoa.
See, that's the Jerry Springer stuff.
That's a tough path to go down.
Guys, we're going to have to move on.
That's a really tough path.
Booner.
Hand up. I walked into that thing, okay?
Whoa.
Okay, hold on.
We're going down a bad path right now. We got to end this.
So, Knicks Spurs. Let's get the hell out of here.
Did everyone in the room make it through that game last night?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, this was bad. This was bad on my end. I'm in bed watching the game. About 10 minutes left. I think they were down like 15. That's all I remember. No, I didn't think it was over. I was doing my best to stay awake. Fall asleep. I wake up at 3 in the morning. TV still on, commercials playing, and I go, I missed the whole end of the game. Then I fell back asleep. I wake up at 6 a.m., and I'm like, there's no way the Spurs lost. I opened up the app.
Pandemonium.
Knicks win. And I'm like, there's no way I just missed one of the greatest games in NBA history.
One of the greatest collapses in finals history.
Real quick, we might be the worst to host this morning because I slept through it as well.
Damn.
I mean, they were up 29, guys.
Mine's the worst. After the Tigers game, I was watching the Knicks game. I fell asleep before the last possession.
Damn.
Like right before.
That's
brutal.
So bad.
That's brutal.
So bad.
You chose the Tigers over the fucking NBA.
You have to. You have to.
Wow.
I was doing my best because in the back of my head, I've told Jeff this the other day with the Knicks, they could come back from anything. Like that's just the vibe they've been giving up all year, especially at MSG. So like the game 3, I did my best to stay awake and watch game 3 because I was like, I feel like they're gonna come back. They don't. So then game 4, I was doing everything last night to stay awake, and then all of a sudden I'm just waking up at 3 a.m. and I missed the whole thing.
Yeah, you missed some young team shit. The Spurs just looked like a deer in headlights.
What it is, man.
They had no offensive plan in that second half, bro. They began turning the ball over. Wemby couldn't do shit. It was bad. And De'Aaron Fox, he needs to be in jail right now because that shit, the last 4 possessions from him, some of the worst basketball I've ever seen.
You got to send De'Aaron Fox to Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah,
send
seriously.
that man right
He's
now.
a criminal.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, because I want to make sure two things we can because I don't want this to turn into like this can be a two things can be true thing. All right, the Knicks deserve credit for clawing back.
Yeah,
okay.
OG Anunoby,
but
amazing.
Man, the
amazing
Spurs.
Game. Can I?
Like, bro, and what?
I was want to say he just said OG there. Yeah. I just hand up. This is one of those moments I was just so wrong about OG Anunoby.
Yeah, we had that argument the other day. Is he a star in this league? Yeah,
he's a star. But when you do what you did in the NBA Finals, Jeff brought up the stats. He brought up that he's averaging like 24 a game in the finals. He had the tip yesterday, and as well as like he's just kind of dominating the series. He's probably the best player on the floor last night.
All over the floor.
He's a star in this league. So hand up. This is one of those moments.
Yep, same here.
When I'm wrong, I was wrong. Like OG is a star.
Yeah, you know what? He was incredible. I think this, to me, because if it's like, what was the bigger story yesterday, the Spurs collapse or the Knicks comeback? Of course, the Knicks comeback, it's an historic comeback. But to me, like watching the game, and I wasn't able to finish it, but watching the first half and what I saw of the Spurs team to now looking and going back and looking at what happened in the second half.
Disgusting.
That might be one of the biggest meltdowns. I mean, it is.
Oh, it
actually
is.
In
In terms
game,
of the finals,
the
yes.
biggest meltdown.
Yeah.
And I
You
think
could argue in sports history.
who that falls on, you can point to a different. I want to just go. We could talk a lot about Victor Wembanyama for all the things he does well. In the second half of that game, Victor Wembanyama in the second half was 3 of 14 from the field. Like, bro, you got to take that on the chin, man.
Oh,
like,
as a
one of the
superstar,
worst
100%.
second half performances in the finals history, bro.
Yeah.
3 of 14 from Victor. And the Spurs, this goes on Mitch Johnson, the Spurs head coach. The team shot, dude. Like we were talking before the show about this. The Spurs, 8 of 39 from the field in the second half. They were taking. We're talking about a team that was coming up, taking threes. 1 pass, 3. Terrible shot selection. And we were talking, me and Booner. Like, if you're in that position, you're up 29. Your game plan, shooting threes got you up in the game. You're playing like you're playing from behind. You're up 29, bro.
Yeah.
Play conservative. De'Aaron Fox, you know, it's funny, after the De'Aaron Fox stuff, everything that's trending right now is like all these finals moments where guys held onto the ball at that moment. It's like Manu Ginobili. They brought up, I think, a Drew Holiday in the Celtics. All these players had the same situation that held onto the ball.
And he tried after the game. He went into the media. He's like, it's just, you know,
I didn't think OG was going to catch me. Like,
I wanted them to force it to they needed a 3. Like, it was a wide open layup. Like, no, dude, you dribble that out. Like, in the NBA Finals, it's like you said, like, you're up 29. Every second means so much.
It does, yeah.
And especially when you're up that much in the second half, every single time, honestly, and as a former coach, I would always say, I want a last 5. Like, you're not shooting the ball until under 5 seconds on the shot clock.
And
that's a fact.
Agreed.
That's it.
Even
if you're
before
up
that
much,
play,
you're not.
he had took like the last 4 shots of the game, and they were
insane.
They were all
bad
threes.
shots.
Like,
yeah.
a couple of them were threes.
Horrible shots.
I will say this with them, like the first half, at least I didn't see the fourth quarter, so I can't say, KG, you did, so you could tell me if I'm wrong or right. The way they were shooting the ball in the first half, it was one pass shot.
Yeah.
The difference was they were making them,
Yeah.
and that's why they got the lead. So they just never went away from what they were doing in the first half. They just started to miss shots.
No adjustments.
And
None
that
at
was
all.
the issue.
And turn the ball over.
Eventually, you were probably not going to go, I don't know, what were they shooting in the first half from 3? Like 70%?
They was killing them from
Yeah.
three.
I've never seen a team shoot that well.
They
from
put up
3 before.
76 points in the first half.
It was insane. They couldn't miss.
It's
And
like-
they were throwing everything up. It was going.
Think of it like an NFL game. Like NFL game, we watch plenty of them where a team offensively is just like touchdown, 80-yard run, one play touchdown. You're getting up. You're up like 3-4 scores. What do you do in the second half? Run the ball.
Yes.
Conservative. You don't keep taking shots down the field, bro, when you're up 3-4 scores.
Insane,
Pick
bro.
here, pick here. The Spurs had 9 turnovers in the second half.
It was
You're not winning a
disgusting.
game like that.
Hey, can I ask you guys this question?
Yeah.
After this collapse, all time, it's probably the worst collapse.
It
in
is the
NBA
worst
history.
finals collapse in
What was worse?
NBA history.
Falcons Patriots 28-3 or this?
A lot of people was comparing the two.
Yeah, I would say this is where it gets tricky because the one game thing. I would say the Falcons because it's a
Yeah.
one game for the Super Bowl. This is like the Spurs have done this, not 29, but they have collapsed in multiple games because of Victor. By the way, he's played bad in crunch time in multiple games, no pun intended. But I would still go Patriots Falcons.
Yeah, that one was worse.
because that was for it all, dude. That was for it all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
they're-
crazy.
I'd agree.
The Spurs aren't coming back from this now. Like that, like the 28-3,
at
I
this
would say
point.
that's more, that's worse. But I mean, this was you were up 30 at Madison Square Garden. Like you had a chance to put them away.
Crowd
like you
was
were saying,
dead.
Jeff. Like change your play style, change something. But again, KG, you brought it up. This is a young team. You kind of rely on a guy like De'Aaron Fox to make the smart plays. He didn't, but like Wemby, he's 21, 22 years old. Dylan Harper playing
blew
heavy
some
minutes.
clutch throws.
Yeah,
too,
he did.
down the
He
stretch.
did. This was a young team, young coach, and Mitch Johnson. This was just a total collapse. Embarrassing if you're San Antonio.
And
Just
Michael
embarrassing.
Weary, by the way, gave $2 and said, "I don't like the Knicks, but that comeback was
Gotta
sick."
respect
No, it was. You
Yeah.
gotta
You
respect
gotta
it,
respect
for sure.
it, man.
And people don't like this too. And Anson's in the corner over there. I know he hates the Knicks, but one thing I do, this is just a personal thing. I do really enjoy seeing like the celebrities and the MSG. MSG, I think, to me as a basketball like savant, is like sick.
When did Taylor Swift become a Knicks fan?
Actually, I looked it up. I looked it up.
Jumping up so fucking.
I looked it up. Supposedly,
see that.
she's been a Knicks fan for a while back in 2014.
Oh, I'm sure she has.
Now she's back.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
how long she been getting the bag to be the Knicks fan?
I actually told Jeff. I said I defend Taylor Swift a lot. I told him in the back.
You a Swiftie?
I like Taylor Swift. Yeah, I think she's one of the
Swiftie,
greatest ever.
bro. Holy shit, Booner.
She's one of the greatest ever. You have to respect game, right?
No, I respect it. No,
So
you respect.
I don't. I'm not driving down Main Street listening to Taylor Swift.
You
but
sure?
I respect. No,
Okay.
no. I'm not doing that. But I respect greatness.
And them
right?
haters go, hey. That's Booner coming down Main Street.
Imagine someone pulls up to me and I just have windows down. I'm in a. We were talking about it before. I'm in a slingshot.
Right.
Taylor Swift.
Slingshot. Holy shit.
Oh, that'd be so funny. But no, seriously, I do like MSG though. Like I think it's sick. Like if you're a basketball fan, that's like it's the mecca. It really is. So seeing it in the finals and like I wasn't old enough to like I don't even know if I was alive the last time it was as like the NBA final. When were the NBA finals last, Anson? 99. I was 2 years old, so I never got to experience it. And I know as a Pistons fan, we want to be there. It's cool to see the mecca be the mecca finally.
Yeah, it's not the mecca that's the problem. It's those psychos that are in the
outside
mecca.
of the
it's
mecca.
the fans
Those people are
outside.
psychos.
It's the fans outside of the mecca.
You threw an egg at my man Victor?
Yeah, that was
No,
nuts.
And it was a dot.
I'm
It hit his head. It hit the top of his head.
I'm more happy for those fans,
Dead
though. Like
ass.
those psychos, I'm more happy for them than I am fucking Timothy Chalamet.
No, I
and those
disagree.
Guys.
I'm
Why?
more happy for
They have it all. Like that.
I don't
Like a
care.
Knicks
No, I
championship
think that's
doesn't
a
change your
stupid
life.
statement.
Those psychos in New York. Those
They
are
the
I'm
real
more happy
fans.
for.
Yeah.
Like
They
those
are real
I'm not
fans,
saying like
but-
Timothy Chalamet's not a real fan, but it means different for those psychos.
I don't know. Timmy, I'm a Chalamet guy, dude. Chalamet started in Hell's Kitchen from the bottom.
Taylor
so
Swift and Chalamet. Got it. I got it, bro.
Yeah,
Who knows,
hey,
guys?
dude, the Spurs needed that guy who threw the egg, bro. And shooting
yeah.
threes
That
last
was
night.
disrespectful.
He was
You
probably
should
at
be doing
Timbs
that.
too.
Yeah.
I know he was wearing Timbs when he threw that shit. Dead ass.
Yeah.
You see just the egg floating in the air, just smacks him in the top of the head. That
see it? It was a
is-
dot.
I honestly, I said we need to find that Knicks fan, get him on the Tigers or something.
Who had a better throw, the Knicks fan or the guy that threw the cup at Ron Artest? Who had the
Oh,
better
that's
throw?
a good question.
Fair question.
I think I'm going the guy who threw the beer.
Yeah, nah.
No, like the egg had like loft.
It
on
had
it.
an
It was-
arc.
Yeah,
It had an arc.
man. I respect it, man. You got
Oh,
to.
man.
The chat is talking Motor City street scene says their fan base is trash as peasants. That's what he said.
Yeah, I do think it's.
Yeah, Chuck Brewer says Booner, another strike
No.
for you. You're about to be sent to the dugout.
No.
Taylor Swift.
Damn, man.
Another strike.
No. What about Chalamet? That's not a strike. Chalamet's.
I like Chalamet.
Yeah, he all right. He all right.
I'm a Chalamet fan.
Chuck says Jeff, so a stat, first time in NBA history, regular season or playoffs, to score more than 70 in one half and 30 in the next. 30 or less in the next.
Stay tuned for my hot take later too.
I like Hot Take Thursday's fun.
Yeah.
I'm interested. I feel like we all got like our guns out for Hot Take.
Yeah, right.
Thursday. What's happening here?
Freddie Felt, shout out. He
Shout
says,
out.
thank you for the $2, Freddie. He says, I triple dog dare a New York fan to take it off my jersey. Yeah, well, here's the thing, Freddie. They ain't going to fight you one-on-one, man. They don't. Out there, bro, the one
they
fan starts it,
jumping
you got
in.
30 people jumping in.
I think that's the most ridiculous thing. And by the way, that's
It's a bitch
happening.
move.
Yeah,
It's a bitch move.
That's happening. Honestly, like that's the most ridiculous. Those videos that are coming out, it's like, come on, guys. It is sports at the end of the day.
Did they fight anybody last night? No.
Yeah,
'Cause
actually,
they won.
I saw videos.
I'm
last
starting
night.
not to be mad at
There
him,
was
dog.
fights?
Yeah, there was.
Oh, there was
yeah.
definitely fights.
There was
Oh,
Spurs-
dude,
there was
they're
Spurs
so
fans.
cooked.
Yo, I'm
You know what?
outside
You
coming
know
from
what?
the Knicks
You know what?
game.
And I'll
Like,
say
come
this,
If
like,
they win the finals,
Maz?
that's not good.
Like Neil said, Maz might be a fan of a lot of teams. I'm happy for him, but those Knicks fans, dude,
The
I
worst.
want this team to lose.
Yeah.
Okay, the Knicks fans suck.
No, I hate the Knicks
They
fans,
suck.
but I can't be mad at them because imagine, when the Lions, if and when the Lions finally win, we're not gonna have a downtown, y'all. Like it's gonna be obliterated.
Yeah, but
so
I
I'm
will
just-
say this. I
I'm
would
just saying.
think here in Detroit, if there's a fan of a different team, we're not gonna like go jump the guy. Yeah, yelling at him,
You
messing
never know.
around with
Fans
him.
are crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. Maybe
know.
I don't know. I can't speak. I mean, I don't know. I haven't
We
seen-
are an aggressive city. I will say that. So I don't know.
just throw. Maybe some eggs will be thrown though. You know what I mean? Like I don't
Maybe
hate that.
worse than that.
Yeah.
We in Detroit.
Well,
Everybody
yeah.
shit
Well,
might get thrown.
before we go to break, Caleb, I go to you on this. I mean, you're the man who said Knicks will win the first 2 road games. Spurs will win the next 2 road games.
The profit.
It was on the line for you last night. You were almost right.
It was, but I'm still. I think you could still say I'm 50% right on my take because I said the Knicks were going to win this series in 7 games.
Are they
it's not going to take 7.
Oh, the Spurs.
No, but I did have a friend text me in the group chat yesterday because I've been telling everybody that take. The Knicks were going to win the first 2 in San Antonio. Spurs were going to win the next 2 in MSG, and they were texting me like, "Dude, do you know the future? Like, tell me the next, lottery numbers or the." But yeah, I mean, if the Spurs didn't have that epic collapse, I would have been the smartest man alive. So, fuck you, Spurs.
You were so close.
I was close.
I do have a bet on the Spurs to win in 7. I had that at the beginning of the series, like plus 400. So, I mean, they could win out, and I could still hit. I'm not dead. I'm not dead yet.
Well, the Spurs were so close, and not as close as a Planet Fitness, though. They're always close. By the way, 2,700 clubs nationwide. You got 50 in Metro Detroit. These things are everywhere, okay? That's why I love it now. I changed gyms for my local gym. Now go to Planet Fitness. They're essentially anywhere you go, which makes it very convenient for me. And I got the Black Card, so I can go and use the hydro massage, other innovative amenities, and I can bring a free guest anytime. Just $24.99 a month. We're all strong on this planet, Planet Fitness.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Some days call for light, others lean bold. What about everything in between? All Day IPA, the easy choice for every day. Citrusy, crisp, refreshing. Flavor you can float with. Light on the hops, big on refreshment. 1's great. 2, even better. Brewed with you in mind. No shortcuts, no fuss. Big on flavor, never too much. All Day IPA. Hop into easy.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Dan Campbell is in redemption mode.
No, make no mistake. It's not revenge he's after. It's a reckoning.
And Woodward Sports is here to cheer on the Detroit Lions every snap. Don't miss a moment of Detroit Lions coverage. Follow Woodward Sports on all social media platforms now.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
I'll tell you what, the Spurs need peer psychiatry after that collapse. But peer psychiatry would be the ones to fix it. And I think the message for them and for the people is you're not alone. Sports happen all the time. You got wins, losses, the pressure. But even as men out here, and women, but men, we hold our feelings in. Peer psychiatry allows you to go to someone you trust, and they provide you with a personalized psychiatric care designed specifically for you, not a cookie-cutter plan. They got 16 locations in Michigan, 2 in Ohio. So if you're thinking about taking that first step, which I highly advise you do, visit peerpsychmi.com. We're back. It's crunch time. Woodward Sports. We got Dan Campbell clips to get to, but before we do that, LaBartney has a message for you.
He does. Hey,
shout out my dog.
Shout out
man.
LaBartney. He sent $100. He said, Booner, I was too aggressive last night. My bad. LaBartney, it's all love at the end of the day. I hopefully we can mend the bridges.
Families fight, but they make up.
Yeah, listen, and I say it all the time. I don't, as long as things don't get personal, I'm fine. When they get personal, but we talk sports. This is a fun job to have.
Yeah.
And in LaBartney, hopefully you could hit me up. We could talk. We could be cool. Everything's fine.
LaBartney don't. Most of the time he don't mean no harm.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, obviously, over a chat, but I wasn't trying to, I don't want to be like, listen, I don't want to have those issues, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a nice guy. I'm nice enough. Like, I don't like to be in, like, weird situations with people. Like, if you disagree with my sports takes, dude, that's totally fine. We can scream back and forth. Me and Easy last night. It's a fun time. Like
Me and you yesterday.
Like, it's such a fun time. That's why I love doing this job so much. Because there is disagreements, and it's fun to go back and forth. Me and Neil go every day after his show.
Literally.
We sit here and we yell back and forth, and after we dap each other up, give each other a hug, and we walk away. Like, it's supposed to be a fun job. But if it turns personal, that's where it gets a little like, oh, this sucks. That's not fun.
No.
So, yeah, LaBartney, shout out to you. Hopefully we're all good.
Shout out LaBartney. We appreciate the chat as always. Much love to you guys for tuning into our show, supporting what we've been trying to build here at Woodward Sports.
We just want to be great and have
That's
fun.
it.
That's all it is,
it,
dude.
man.
That's what sports is all
Build
about.
a community
That's what
here.
this is all about.
Build a community here. Let's get to some of these videos. Caleb, what do we have?
I got
with Dan Campbell.
Branch and Blake Miller. Which one do you guys want first?
I would like the Blake Miller one.
Let's save the best for last. Let's do Branch.
Branch
last.
first.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
Branch last.
That's the good
Branch
one.
last.
Okay, yeah.
Let's hear Blake Miller.
All right.
Your early impressions of Blake Miller. It seemed like his teammates kind of, bringing him along, got a good rapport with the guys. But what's been your early impressions of Blake?
Well, there again, he wants to do it right. He tries to do what you asked him to do, what he's coached to do. It's just it's early, and there's things that he learns every day, and look, even for not being there again, a physical aspect of this for pads, they're not going to, that D-line doesn't cut him really any slack either. So whoever lines up over him is trying to, that's kind of part of it. So went through it a little bit. Hutch went through it a little bit. They just kind of all want their, not in a bad way, but so he's learning, and as long as he continues to grow and just, take these small steps every day, he'll be fine.
Dan Campbell talking about Blake Miller and Dan being consistent and not, I guess lack of a better term, glazing people. He's been very consistent. He's like giving credit, but he's not trying to. He's like, listen, it's a pajama party. We're not trying to give a bunch of credit here.
Yeah.
But I just want to remind people a take that I've had about this offensive line, and I'm going to be consistent with Blake Miller because do I think Blake Miller is going to be a solid, steady pro? Yes, I do. I think he can be a steady, solid pro, like kind of Taylor Decker, if you will. Good comparison. Might make a Pro Bowl or two, but he's going to be someone you don't have to worry about for a long, long period of time. But fans, short for fanatics, okay? I understand that. I understand it, okay? We do Overreaction Monday. But when we get into the season, it might even be preseason, you see some of the stuff if Blake Miller plays. But when we get into the season and we get to week 1 and Blake Miller gives up a sack, we got to chill, okay? Because this is how I'm looking at this Blake Miller thing. He is someone who has played a lot of snaps in college, okay? A lot. I think he broke the record at Clemson for amount of games started or snaps played and games started, I believe.
Yep.
But this thing ain't instant oatmeal. It's not the Quaker instant oatmeal, okay? This is like the Chambelesian smoker, okay? You got to let this thing cook for 24 hours. Wow. All right? So Blake, he's not going to be Blake Miller he's not going to be Blake Miller week 1 that he will be in week, 12,
right.
13. So Dan's spot on. There's going to be ups and downs. He's going to get checked by Aiden Hutchinson and get destroyed, and it's going to go through all that stuff. But guess what? It's not going to cause me to panic. So I am excited for Blake Miller. I don't think Larry Borum's going to take his spot or anything like that. I think it's Blake's to lose, and he's going to keep it. But I just think I just want to remind people this offensive line. I think people are so excited to have a good offensive line again on paper, but we got to remember he's a rookie, and at the end of the day, no matter how good you are, there's rookies that are going to come in, no matter how many snaps you played in college, it's going to take some time.
Yeah, I think you just had to have patience with the O-line a little bit because you do have Cade Mays, like a new center stepping in with Jared Goff.
Exactly.
That's always an adjustment. That's the most important position. I know Panay is the best in the league, but the most important position on an offensive line, we all know, and everyone's always said it. Frank has said it all the time. Jared said it. Dan said it. Yep. Ben, when he was here, he said it. He said it's the center. Like that it's everything starts there.
Yep.
Like the center's the one that is calling out different, block schemes and different things and helping Jared with audibles. So, I think it goes all the way down. It's Blake Miller, one, and it's also Cade Mays, and it's hey, have patience. And especially for a rookie tackle in the NFL, I think, personally, this is just my thought, I think it's harder as a rookie as a tackle in the NFL than it is a guard. So, you saw last year, Tate was, incredible. It took time for Tate to get there, but by the end of the season, Tate was the best rookie offensive lineman in the league last year. But for Blake Miller, it's going to be a little bit harder for him because he's a tackle. And, every day in training camp, guess who he's going up against when it comes, to in training camp, when they got the pads on? Aiden Hutchinson.
Yes, sir.
And it's a good thing that he does, right? It's a good thing that that's going to be his battle because right away, hey, welcome to the NFL. You're going against a top 5 edge rusher in the NFL every single day in training camp. So that's going to be a good start. But then once you get into the games, I wonder here, this is a good thought process, I guess, when you go down it, at the schedule. Who are some of the edge rushers he's going to have to match up with to start his career? In New Orleans, who's their number 1? Do we know? Because
and Cam Jordan.
Well, I guess they don't have a number 1. I guess honestly, guys, if I'm looking at the schedule here, the Saints, the Bills, the Jets, and the Panthers. There's no really like top tier edge
Bills,
rushers.
Russo,
yeah,
but
so there's really not. And the only thing I think people need
names.
to like take a step back. People will be like, well, you have Panay to block. I don't know, Micah Parsons. This guys, you guys really think that defenses are going to put Micah Parsons across from Panay?
They move him around.
It's going to be Blake Miller, and that's the only negative about having a rookie right tackle. Is every single team is going to scheme to throw their best edge rusher at him. So he is going to struggle to start. And is he going to hit the ground running? Hell no. Like, he's not going to. But eventually, when you talk about week 5, week 6, week 7, he's going to start getting better and better. That's the reason they drafted him, is because that guy's floor is so high compared to other tackles. So I would have to say, like, I like the thought. I didn't even think about it, honestly, boys, that he's going to – it's iron sharpens iron with Aiden and him. That never even crossed my mind about training camp until now, until Dan mentioned that. So I'm excited to see what he does. I'm with Jeff, though. You have to have some patience with him. You really do.
If last year didn't teach you anything, I don't know what. Because even Christian Mahogany, who did have reps the year prior, he struggled.
Yeah.
I don't worry so much about him this year. Well, I am worried about him. But you're going to have Panay next to you, so that's an automatic upgrade in my book. But that right side of that offensive line is still very, very young, because Cade Mays, while he's been in the league for a minute, he is a young veteran. And you still got Tate. He's going into his second year. You expect to jump from him. And then you also have Blake Miller. So I think it can work out. But the biggest thing to me, if you get beat on a play just outright, I'm not mad about that. But what I saw last year from the start of that Green Bay game, the miscommunications in terms of protections and stuff like that, that's what we can't have. You have to at least, have the playbook down and go out there and put your best foot forward. If you get beat on flat out ability, I'm not mad at that. But scheme wise, it has to look a lot better than it did last year.
What's the mark for Blake Miller of like, hey, you get to a certain point in the season, you can't have rookie mistakes? Because you do have you pay Larry Borum as a starting tackle, right? He's getting paid $5 to $6 million, whatever it is. Does that make it to where it's like, hey, if you're in week 8 and Blake Miller's really struggling, does Dan and Hank Fraley go, okay, we need more stability there?
I think that's why they signed him, to be honest with you.
I feel like we gave Tate a little grace period last year. I think we gave him probably, call it 7 or 8 weeks, and then after that, it's kind of like, okay.
But realistically, who did you have behind Tate? You couldn't go to nobody else.
Because
you drafted him.
I guess
for
it's
that.
a little bit different.
Are we going to – let's say we're 13, 14 weeks into the season, Blake's struggling or having moments. Are we going to talk about it? Yeah. But Will Campbell was drafted top 5, and he was struggling all year pretty much. And what did people say about Will Campbell? Well, he's a rookie.
Yeah.
So, like, rookie mistakes, I get it. But I'm going to be honest, I'm not really going to give a damn as long as it's not.
It can't cost you sacks and turnovers.
If he's
like different.
all-time bad, then of course. But if he's having moments and it's towards the end of the season, even in the playoffs, he has a moment. It's like, bro, if we're in year 2 and he's doing it, now we're getting close to being like, okay, now we have a problem.
That's where,
because every rookie hits a rookie wall. There's always moments. He's going to get better, but yeah, he's always going to have moments. Like it's the rookie parlay we talk about.
Yeah,
Do you want Blake to be good? Yeah, but is he going to be what he should be in the NFL? No way. Denver Blair says Miller will hit the ground running. Not every DN is better than Hutch. Yeah, I mean Hutch is definitely going to get him prepared for sure.
It's going to help him out a lot.
No doubt. But he's got to see different guys too, to see different looks, see what different guys, different strengths. There's going to be times where he might not be facing an Aiden Hutchinson, but they're going to send 2 off his side, get lost. It happens, bro. They're going to try and go at him because he's a rookie. And to KG's point, that side is very young. Let's go to break. When we come back, let's get into the Brian Branch stuff because he did comment on Brian Branch, tore his Achilles last year. What's going on with BB, man? I want to know what's going on with Thrive.
Let me tell you guys about Thrive. I have a little Thrive thing here. I use these every single day, by the way. I hit a point in the day where we do the show. We're up here, go to Planet Fitness in the morning, and then we're up here at 8 a.m. getting ready for the show, here till 6 or 7 o'clock at night. I go, I need a Thrive. Most people, though, they think energy comes in a 16-ounce can full of sugar and neon-colored liquid. But you guys know better. It's time to upgrade your game with the Thrive Energy pouches. They have no jitters, no sugar crashes, 0 bloating. It has nicotine-free, a mental powerhouse packing 300 milligrams of clean and smart caffeine, including alpha-GPC and L-theanine. You can get Thrive at dipstop.com, and you can use our promo code WSN for 15% off your entire order, and you can get them at all Market Fresh and Market Square locations. It's Thrive, baby. Clean energy, 0 distractions. They just effing work.
Jameer Gibbs, breakout season, loading.
Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone, touchdown!
Woodward Sports. The most dominant Detroit sports coverage around.
Thrive Energy Pouches give me the energy and clarity to find and beat the shit out of every opportunity that shows its face.
Live and direct, I'm back on set action. Create the wave, we cannonball splash 'em. Light cord swinging, get your head chopped. Point blank, dead stop. 16 bars in a headlock.
Thrive Energy Pouches are for the people who actually want to win, not for the crybabies out there who are happy with a participation award. There's zero sugar, so give Thrive a try.
Go. Wake you up every Monday through Friday on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. That's right, Big D Energy has moved to mornings. Get your morning dose of Neil's tone and Sean's insanity. Weekdays 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Two Detroit sports legends coming together for the best Detroit sports morning show there is. Big D Energy, waking you up weekdays on Detroit's #1 sports network.
All right, if you're looking for a career upgrade, check out Mortgage Pros, the #1 mortgage broker to work for in the state of Michigan. We saw their incredible company culture firsthand at their annual block party with the Braylon show. And their team, they truly love what they do, and it shows. With 4.9 stars on Google and over 4,000 reviews, their reputation speaks for itself. So if you're looking for a new job, give Mortgage Pros in Troy a call at 248-416-1361. Mortgage Pros, let the pros handle it.
Look, there's no setbacks with him. That's what I can tell you. He's doing a good job. He's putting in the work, but it's a little, until we really get closer, I hate to start throwing a timetable on him, but he's doing well.
Yeah, he jokingly also said December as a timetable. Jokingly, though. He was just like, December, we'll go December.
I bet you it's way before that.
But here,
November.
Because I'm surprised there was even a conversation that training camp would be a timeline. I don't know what's going on with today's medicine. Dude, you tore your Achilles. I'm expecting
Did you see the videos of him that they got released?
Yeah, he's already working out.
Good already. And I know obviously you have to get that strength back.
But here's the thing.
But we're out there doing major workouts.
Here's the thing. And I got to preface before I say this, because people are not going to listen and just freak out at me. Brian Branch is a different type of player. He's an elite player, okay? But I also saw Tracy Walker's workout videos, bro.
Oh, stop it.
And then he played.
Shout out Tracy.
And he got back. I remember. Stay with me, Chad. Stay with me. Stay with me, because he's not. Brian Branch's level's above him, okay? But the point I'm making is, when Tracy Walker was with the Lions, he was starter, but capable starter, decent hunter tackle guy. But I remember seeing the workout videos, and I'm like, man, he's back already. This guy's working. Yeah. And then he played. He just didn't look the same. So, I still you have to still see Brian out there. I feel good about him because he's not someone who depends on athleticism. He's more instincts in what he has up here. But it's just one of those. It is a wait and see thing with him, though, with Brad, too. I wonder how kind of Brad approaches that, but.
And what have we learned from this regime? I know with Tracy Walker, that was a little early on in their regime, but
for sure,
they don't rush guys. They don't at all. So I'm not necessarily worried. They'll give him all the time that he needs. But if he can come back anytime sooner, or like Dan Campbell was loosely joking about December, but it really might look like November, I think that's an added bonus for this.
Yeah, and that's a win. The thing that I take away from that is we saw last week him answer the question about Kirby Joseph, and he's like, I don't know. At least with Brian Branch, it's like, hey, no, he's getting workouts and he's releasing workout videos. Brian Branch is getting back to that.
Two different answers for sure.
Oh, it's not even close. It's like night and day different answers where they're confident in Brian Branch getting back in a timely manner and that he's going to be back at that Brian Branch level.
Is it crazy to say that I'm probably more worried about Kirby's future than Brian?
No.
Not 100%. What I mean by that is because it's the problem is with it, and this is where my brain's in like a blender with it, is Kirby on paper, you're like, his injury is not as significant. Just on paper.
But it's chronic. Though.
But that's where it gets into that
conversation. It could be career ending.
Because Achilles ends careers, but then now with Kirby's, it's like the fact that they don't have a legit either timetable or diagnosis, or they don't know what it really is or how to fix it. That is, like, to me, the most concerning.
And they
part.
sound more nervous talking about him, which makes me
absolutely.
Like, I just keep going back to it. I don't know. Like, you don't know. Like that's the craziest part about.
If he doesn't
Kirby.
know Kirby and his doctor don't.
No one knows, and that's the most concerning part about the whole Kirby situation. Hindsight, like I know, again, it's like, hey, Booner, hindsight, but like you would have rather not give Kirby that contract and gave it to Brian.
Right.
Because there is, like, obviously we keep talking about the contract. We were talking about it in the back in the offices the other day, where it's like, hey, there is that you have an opportunity to get out of it.
They set it up that way.
But the only issue is it's not until after the 2027 season to where you can comfortably get out of it, because if you leave it this year or the next year, the dead cap is so much money. So you have to at least get through the 2027 season. But again, that doesn't help you if you're trying to pay Brian Branch. And unless the Brian Branch contract gets pushed back, I don't know how Brad could do it, but I would just rather find a way to have Brian Branch have that money coming off an Achilles than a potential Kirby Joseph career-ending injury for that price.
That's where I can't blame Brad for that, because you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you don't sign him and he walks, goes to another team and is healthy, we're saying, well, fire that guy. He's an idiot. But if you sign him to a high guaranteed contract and he is injured like he is now, you look like an idiot. So the only way you compromise is you sign him, but you put contingencies in that contract that you can get out of it. So that's where I'll defend Brad. Like, I can't blame him for that. Like, I'm not going to go at him for the Kirby contract.
Earned his money.
He was in a very tough situation with that. What are you going to let Kirby walk, or
right? You can't live life in fear either. Like, if he's a good player, he's earned his money.
It's
you
tough.
kind of got to sign.
And I'm not saying you're saying that, but I'm just throwing.
I think that's a realistic
it's
thought
a tough
process,
situation.
especially as a GM. That's realistic. This is also. I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. Brian Branch is he's gonna come back November, December, whenever it is. He's gonna look back to Brian Branch, and you're gonna be like, okay, this guy's back. And the question, and we're gonna do it. Every show is going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Do you pay about Brian Branch, because he's back to where he was?
Yeah.
He's going to be worth 20-something million. This is exactly how Brad and them are going to do it. Mike Disner, who does incredible jobs, or a great job doing contracts with the Lions, they're going to do a back half deal for Brian Branch to where all of that cap is going to be on the back half of his contract.
Yeah.
They're going to make it super small cap hits the first 2 years, because then after that 2027 season, you're probably moving on from Kirby Joseph. You're going to take the little bit of a dead cap hit. I think it's like under $10 million each year, and then you're going to be paying Brian Branch's cap hit. And that's what's going to happen. That's how it's going to go. That's the best way to do it. And that's the best way to be like, hey, we paid both, but we didn't have to pay them both throughout the same time. And that $20 million, where it would have ended up being, what, $50 million cap hit between your safeties?
Mm-hmm.
That's literally, that's how it's going to happen. And when it happens, like, people are going to be like, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, like Jomo in the chat, he says, you can't grow cartilage. That's the issue. He's going to be hurting forever. Motor City Street Scene says BB will be back. He just might be a tad slower, but Kirby might have that Todd Gurley knee.
Oh, no.
I hope not, man.
Todd Gurley retired nice and early.
He did.
Yeah, that's
it's an unfortunate injury. It is, because Kirby's, if he didn't have that injury and he played at the high level that he has been for his career, he would be one of the greatest safeties that we've ever seen.
Oh yeah, we was talking about him with Ed Reed. Like, seriously,
and he was on that path.
Yeah,
but it's
that
just
kind of production.
The injury, it's such a bad one. It's a career ender.
By the way,
really
before we got DJ Wanham too, I do want to get to that, but I just want to read this comment. Jesse says, I'd rather have Branch for the last 1/4 of the season. Or 1/4 of the season. Not in the middle of the season. That's just my opinion. I agree with that, by the way. I don't really care about him coming back in the middle. He says you're spot on though with that Walker take. Yeah, I don't rush Branch back. I don't.
No, I don't.
If you have him back the last game and he's in the playoffs or something, I'm cool.
Yeah.
With that.
Someone in the
two
chat,
games, get him ready.
Someone said here, Devin Blair said cut Kirby for $19 million. You want to do a real quick contract breakdown? You ready for this?
Yeah.
His cap hit in 2026 this year is $5.4 million.
Mm-hmm.
If you cut ties with him, the dead cap this year is 29.5.
Ouch.
The dead cap in 2027 is 23, and then it drops down to 9.7 million in 2028. If next year his cap hit, if you keep him on the roster, is only 9.1 million, and again, dead cap that year 23.7.
You're gonna keep him.
So you keep him. Like
let him get his tape for his next team.
Yes.
And then
and if
you want to get the heavy lifting done.
Even if he doesn't play, you're in a better spot of just having him on the roster unless he retires, than cutting him, because the cap hit just significantly switches significantly.
Yeah.
So, and in 2028 it's 13 and then 17 and then you have all these different voids.
Yeah.
So you're in a tough position. You really are.
Let's get to the DJ Wanham clip, Caleb. Let's hear what Dan Campbell said about him.
I like where Wanham's at. He was coming off that injury, all that, and hadn't missed a day with us, been putting in the work. And so he's doing a good job in spring. But, man, we've got some guys now, between Wanham and Turner and this pup Lucas, obviously more. Like, we got some length now. We got some size and length and athletic ability on the perimeter. Lacey is that, but he's a little bit more of that big end, big stacked. But we are big, we are long, and so you can't wait for training camp. That's you just can't wait. But these guys Casey's doing a good job with them, and they all kind of have their own little niche, their own knack, and just to watch them fundamentally get a little bit better and work their craft. And then we'll see what camp looks like. It'll be good.
Dan Campbell on the Edge group at DJ Wanham. I want to give a shout-out. Tev Sauce, thank you for the $2. He says, Dan sounds actually excited for the Edge group.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Hyping up people like Tyler Lacey and Peyton Turner. But
can I ask you guys a question about this whole thing? In today's NFL, what do you want your edge groups to be like? He said we are big, we are long. That feels like that's what they've always kind of been about.
Really?
Yeah, well, he's like the Levi O's, the Josh Pascals. Yeah. We like the tweeners. That's big and long.
They like the power edges, though. Kind of shorter arms.
Yeah,
they don't care about getting to the quarterback. They want to set an edge, but they don't care about getting to the quarterback.
My question is what's the ideal kind of prototype you want in your edge room? Do you want bigger or longer guys?
I want speed.
So is that what we have right now? Because that's my thing. Is like, hey, like they don't. Brad's Brad's had an issue adjusting with this edge room and getting guys in this edge room that actually fit today's NFL prototypes. Like, how do you stop the Patrick Mahomes and the Josh Allens and those guys? Is that big and long guys?
Speed.
Jeff, you like Booner, you like the bigger and longer guys.
Oh shit! Wait a minute.
I do.
Yeah.
Or Brad does.
Well, Brett, no, to be fair.
You see what I'm saying, though?
Has
like,
been.
What type
I'll
of
say this.
They have a type, but I don't think
type.
It's long and lanky, though. When has it been long and
Oh, it's long and well, they have their type. Brad's type is long and lanky. Marcus Davenport.
Oh, well, yeah.
Levi O's
injured long and lanky.
They want,
sure.
you know what they want? They want a big power guy.
Thank
on the
you.
Other
They
side
like
of
power edges.
So do you
like
think this is a
guys with
change, or do you
like,
think this is the same thing? Because in my opinion,
it's a slight change.
Yeah, but like, is it the right change too?
Yeah, because I would say that their edge room is a little more versatile now in terms of being able to play the pass and the run.
Well, it's like
that's fair.
Derek Moore fits into that, power guy. Obviously, the measurable Brad
power
probably.
with some speed. Though. Yeah.
But
with
speed. But Hutch is kind of he's like a hybrid. He can do kind of like he has a spin move,
right.
So they want. I don't. I guess you do.
All
want,
due respect to Hutch, he ain't got a D-bag. But.
They want the. He doesn't have a.
That's what I love.
He's
Hutch,
got
though.
the spin move, and you see how I ended it after the spin move. But they crush they want to crush the can. That's what they want to do. Whether that's right or wrong, that's what they want. That's what Brad wants.
It's interesting to me that this regime, that the one thing they haven't really gotten right outside of Hutch is the edge. Yeah,
but they'll tell you AQM. Though.
AQM was the one.
AQM, 11 sacks.
But yeah, what did that really do for you? Because he had
now here's the thing:
80% of those sacks in 3 games that you ended up losing.
I'm glad you brought up AQM, and this is where I'm going to kind of hammer this home. Now we could talk about they have a type and all that. I can't really blame them though, because last year they had AQM. Davenport wasn't really available, but they were kind of throwing out. They had AQM. When they have guys that are big and powerful, they're a top 5 run defense. Like, that's where I do understand that. You just want more versatility in that edge room so you can mix and match guys. But last year, the run defense fell apart, bro, with AQM. But he got 11 sacks, so I understand what Brad's thinking is like, you got to be able to defend the run.
At. He was coming off that injury, all that.
That should be the number
and
one
And hadn't missed a day with us, been putting in the work.
Number one priority for the Detroit Lions. Get back to being a top 5 run defense, and then everything else will take care of itself. But yeah,
I think that's the best point in this edge room is they have like a couple years ago they were like, hey, we're going all in on stopping the run, just getting big dudes, power guys, and then they didn't have that like, hey, we can get real like pass rushers in here. And then last year that was like, hey, we got AQM pass rushers, but now we can't stop the run. And we don't have guys to stop the run. You have to find – I think it's like one of those things. You have to find the balance in between the two. Mm-hmm. You really do. And that's like the great teams, the great defenses. That's why the Texans' defense is so good because Danielle Hunter, he can do both.
Yeah.
At a high level.
Somebody that the Lions could have had.
Yeah, Will Anderson can do both at a very high level. And then they have guys that back them up that can do both. And they have situational guys. And that's the thing that the Lions have struggled with where everyone's like, hey, Brad, like, what is Brad like? He just loves just big, powerful edge rushers.
Set it edge.
Yeah.
That's it.
But then now you don't have a guy that can get to a quarterback. And for Brad, it's about getting that consistency. Like, you got to be able to get from the top to the bottom of that edge room. You have to have both. And you have to be able to rotate guys, and Casey Rogers has to be able to work with them. But they've always just been on one side. Like, we're just going to be all just straight at stopping the run. I think maybe that's why Dan might be a little more excited, because there's a little bit more versatility within this room this year. For sure. And now, like, Peyton Turner, those guys, like, are they going to play? We don't know. But, again, it's versatility. Now, it does come down to, are these guys going to play and what's the production going to look like? But at least they have it this time. This is the first year that they've actually switched up how they're doing things in that edge room.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's a little bit more of exciting. And, yeah, would I like them to still go get a Cam Jordan? Just keep adding to it. It's a part of that, like, hey, let's keep this room deep because we know the injuries that will get hit with it. So I am excited about this edge room that Dan seems so excited about, because it is a little bit different. We've never seen this edge room like this.
Well, Kelvin commented on the edge room. He talked about something very specific about this edge room that stood out to him. We're going to get to those comments and Kelvin on other things. Aleem McNeil talking about that nickel position. Will he use it a lot more? All those questions will be answered when we come back. But first, we got to hear about our friends from Gold Crown.
Let me tell the people about Gold Crown, and in particular, the Royal Jesters. These ain't just the regular pre-rolls. These ain't even the Royal Juniors that I love so much. These are 1.5 milligrams each, and they are quad infused, which means Keef-coated, live resin infused, THCA, diamonds, and terpenes, all packed into one big smooth joint. These ain't your hit it twice and pass it around pre-rolls. These are, why didn't the Lions go get an edge rusher? Oh, wait, they did pre-rolls. Michigan made, top tier, no shortcuts. Next time you hit the dispo, don't think, just ask for the Royal Jesters, because if you're going to smoke, come on, y'all. Smoke like royalty.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Finally, life-enhancing LASIK surgery at a price you can afford. Michigan's most experienced eye surgeon, Dr. Yaldo, is offering the most advanced LASIK at just $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. Imagine not just being free from contacts and glasses, but actually seeing better without them. This limited 2026 spring offer is thousands less than others charge. Go to YaldoEyeCenter.com for your free evaluation and save.
Dan Campbell is in redemption mode.
No, make no mistake. It's not revenge he's after. It's a reckoning.
And Woodward Sports is here to cheer on the Detroit Lions every snap. Don't miss a moment of Detroit Lions coverage. Follow Woodward Sports on all social media platforms now.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
KG here with another cannabis ad. But shout out to the good people over at Loom. Summer just got a serious upgrade, and I'm not joking, y'all. They got the Buzzin' energy drink, still the same Buzzin' that you remember, 7.5 milligrams of pure THC, but they found a way to fuse that with a clean boost of caffeine from green tea extract. I do like a good green tea, but it's made with real fruit, no artificial sweeteners at all. Buzzin' energy is bold in flavor, light in calories, and built for them long summer days and even longer summer nights, man. Available at all 40 locations across the great state of Michigan, and you can go to loom.com to get yours. But also remember, they got 30% off your entire order, online or in store. Use code WSN30.
We're back. It's crunch time here on Woodward Sports. We got more to get to. We got Kelvin Sheppard's comments. We got Dan Campbell talking about Kelvin Sheppard. Do we have that yet or no?
Yes.
Okay, let's start it off with that. Here's Dan Campbell talking about DC Kelvin Sheppard.
You see a big jump year one to year two in Shep, the way he handles the defense and the way he's coaching out there.
I think you're talking about relative to last year at this time, he's just much more comfortable. You know, yes, I think he's much more comfortable. I think he's got a much better grasp of how he wants it to look. Now he's coaching all of it. You know, he's coaching the front, he's coaching the backers, and he's coaching the back end. He sees it all. You know, and that's what happens. You know, when you're able to do it, you go through a season, you go through the practices, you kind of key and diagnose yourself as a play caller and as, hey, this is where we can get a little bit better. You can't help to get better, whether you're a head coach or an OC, DC, specialty. You just time on task, under pressure, under duress, and making corrections, adapting to personnel, injuries, and he's done all that. So I love where Shep's at right now.
There's no question Kelvin Sheppard is a big deciding factor in what happens with the Detroit Lions this year.
Yeah.
How he is as a DC. How good of a DC is he? It's not just him. Maybe we can have a segment at some point on this show where we just dive into like the top reasons the Lions will win a Super Bowl, or like things like the deciding factors. Like I think that'd be a good conversation, whether it's player, coach, what specifically, because there are a lot of different things that would decide the Lions having success this year. Kelvin, somewhere on that list, probably high. Yeah. I mean, they're banking on him just being a much improved DC.
Can I say this about the Kelvin Sheppard thing though? Is last year, and we pushed back on him being the DC. Going into this next year, there is a difference from him going last year to this year, is because he was a brand new coordinator in 2025, and you had Super Bowl expectations. So that hurt a little bit. And like when you have Super Bowl expectations, we had a million conversations. Go get guys like Vic Fangio. Like that's in your mind. You're like, hey, you need to have a good defense. You don't have room for growth of a guy being like, hey man, like he's gonna take a jump here and then here and then here. Like no, you need a guy instantly that has his defense humming from week 1 to week 17 if you want to win a Super Bowl. That's just a fact, right? Like that's what it was. And you were 24th in the NFL in defense. That's not good. You took a massive step back. I will say this with Kelvin Sheppard. There's a no doubt in my mind that he'll be better from year 1 to year 2. There's no choice. Like he was 24th in the NFL. He has he has most of the pieces on his defense. Mm-hmm. He's only going to learn. The issue like with Shep was he was only a linebackers coach. Do you guys remember when Ben Johnson became the OC? Ben Johnson was a quarterbacks coach. Yeah. He was a wide receivers coach. He was a tight ends coach. He was a pass game coordinator. He was a quality coach. Like he did everything on the offense before he became
Kelvin's
an OC.
Kelvin's also a former player.
He is a former player, but the fact that Dan just said there, and I think it's very important to hear what Dan Campbell just said. Dan Campbell just said, hey, he is finally understanding every level of this defense. Like the up front, the front seven, the linebacker, D-line, edge room, secondary. He's finally understanding it. And when you get to that point of like, hey, Ben Johnson, the reason Ben Johnson instantly came in and he was so good is because he already knew, hey, this is what wide receivers need to do. This is what tight ends, offensive line, running back. He did it all. He literally worked with everyone. It's the same thing with Drew Petzing. That's why Drew Petzing's going to hit the ground running most likely, is because he has been a coach in every position group.
Yeah.
Shep, this was the first year last year where he had to really dive in and worry. Even when he played Jeff, it's not like he was a safety that coached linebacker.
No, he played linebacker.
He played linebacker.
Which is like the most cerebral, knowing
it is,
everything
but
part
like
of
you
the
still have to
defense.
understand, like the only thing in his mind has always just been linebacker room.
Right.
And yeah, he does know all football, but at the end of the day, it's like he had to go through, as much as we hate that he had to do it last year, he needed to see that.
Yeah.
And he needed to understand, hey, I need to coach the D-line. I need to coach the secondary. And this is how you do it, because he's never done it. He's never coached
And I'm
them.
sorry, the injury situation, it played a factor.
It did. And then what did
played a
Dan say
factor.
there, KG? He said, hey, he's understanding how to adapt to injuries now.
Exactly.
He's understanding how to change schemes in these moments.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think he's going to take a step. It's inevitable. Like we talk about him being a head coach in the NFL. I still believe Kelvin Sheppard will be a head coach in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Now, even in year 2, is Kelvin Sheppard going to be as good as like a Dennis Allen or a Vic Fangio?
Probably not.
Or like a D'Amico Ryans as a coordinator? No.
But we went through the same thing with AG. He got better year after year after year, and the biggest thing we said is he ain't got enough ingredients in the kitchen to cook up.
But two things can be true. Real quick, I'm sorry, Jeff. 2 things can be true. One, it's going to take him time to get there, and also you're not in the spot as a defense in the Detroit Lions to where you can kind of take that time.
Right.
So that's why the jump from year 1 to year 2 for Kelvin Sheppard, it has to happen fast, and there has to be a big jump. And that puts a lot of expectations on the guy. It really does.
And I think that if you open up the scheme and open up the playbook and play more nickel, that's also going to kind of contribute to him being a better coordinator, because you kept trying to force a square peg into a round hole with, we're just flat out man coverage, we're base 4-3, and that's just how we rocking. And people on islands make a play. Like that doesn't always work in today's NFL. I think it also was an adjustment process by the people above Kelvin Sheppard, the Dan Campbells and the Brad Holmes of the world, and I think we will see a better Kelvin Sheppard because of that.
Guess as well. Guess what coordinator refused to change schemes and change what he did? Who was the guy that Shep learned under? AG.
Yeah,
and
true.
AG was hard-headed on that. He would go to the media and he would be like, I'm not changing anything. Like, we're not doing it. We're playing man, that's it. Like, we're doing what we do. And now, and Shep, I think last year had that mindset. Dan Campbell I texted Doc today to ask Dan, like, hey, what was it like working with the defense for the first time, like in the offseason, being in that room? I don't know if he got to that question, but like, maybe, again, I said it a couple months ago, maybe Dan stepped in those rooms and was like, hey, we got to change these things up.
He's got a way more hands-on approach this year.
Yeah, like, hey, we have to play a lot more nickel. We have to do this. We have to have certain guys on the field. We have to change things a little bit.
Yeah. I get the improvement thing. Like, I understand
Shit
that.
on it, Jeff. Shit on it.
No, it's not, because I don't think you're wrong with what you're saying.
We have a similar approach.
Yeah, the only thing I will disagree with is, like, give him a pass for last year, like, because it is a first year, there are injuries.
That's the thing. I'm not giving him a pass for last year because I think you needed a Dennis Allen. You needed a vet guy in that building.
Yeah, so can we agree? Yeah. Like, can we agree last year? Like, for example, I know what was mentioned is like, well, he's been a linebackers coach, so that was part of the argument. He was a linebackers coach, so the first year he needed to kind of learn some of these things. I mean, I don't think that is like an excuse. Now, if you want to say the talent. AG's thing was the talent. Okay, I understand some of that. I'm not saying this defense was stacked last year. Okay, they had some All-Pros, but they weren't. Yeah. I'm with you. Okay, they weren't stacked, and this is why the talent thing. I'm with you. Right. But saying like he needs to learn to like, and the only example I can think of, and if you say he's not this guy, fair. But D'Amico Ryans, he was a linebackers coach, linebackers coach DC. He was great right away.
I get it. Yeah.
So some guys, it's not about trying to poo-poo on Kelvin Sheppard. Okay. But there's some DCs who are like, he's a hit.
But again, there are.
And then there's maybe other ones where you have to kind of still wait and find out. But like the wait and find out thing, I'm just saying there's guys out there that you just know.
No, I get that.
You know what I'm saying? Like Miko stepped in, you're like, but he also had some more talent.
And I do understand we are in a window. You take that chance when you hire a rookie coordinator. But they did that with AG. He was a first-time defensive coordinator. He ended up succeeding. But my biggest thing is, like, we act like he was just 24th in defense the entire year. When you take the entire year.
He had stretches how it was good.
This defense was good right out of the gate. And what did that coincide with? The health of the team. So, and I'm not trying to blame it all on injuries. There was points where Kelvin, okay, you need to do this better. Dan Campbell even said as much. I know this Coney is
it smells so good, dude.
Seeping through it.
I brought a lunch, but I might have to go
only thing. People act like he was horrible the entire year, and that's just not the case. He's shown signs of being
I think also an argument with that could be, hey, he was young, so when things did hit the fan or you had to change schemes and there were injuries, he just didn't adjust to it well.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that's part of the learning curve. But again, that can be true, and also can be true. Hey, maybe they needed a vet DC in here in this position. And now, but and my thought process is, hey, he is going into year 2. He learned a lot in year 1. You're at the point now. Is it as good as like? I wanted to fire him. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But I'm actually okay with him having a year 2 because I know he can only get better.
Exactly.
And is he going to be as good as a vet that you bring in? He actually has a chance to be because now there's more health. The D-line's different, and he sees the game a little bit differently after having an unsuccessful year.
Yeah.
So that's where I go a little bit to where, hey, I'm going to give Shep. This is another moment, second time in the show, hand up on me. I'm okay with saying, hey, probably my take on firing Shep, I should have waited that one out. Because now it's like, hey, this is a make-or-break year for him. And this isn't no longer, Jeff, it's not like last year to where you had Super Bowl expectations, you have an inexperienced guy. He has experience now. And expectation for him is to put out a Super Bowl defense. That's the expectation.
So let me just get this. Let me just put the flag in.
Let's do it.
You regret saying we should have fired him. Because you're saying it, but you're not saying. Where are you at with Kelvin?
I'm fine with moving forward with Kelvin Sheppard.
So you do regret saying he should have been fired?
Yeah, maybe that was an emotional statement for a couple months.
And I think it was a little hasty, man.
It might have been emotional. Because he's going to be better. He is going to be better.
In a year where you had to fire Johnny Moe during the season, did y'all really think he was going to turn around and fire Kelvin Sheppard when, again, he did show signs of competency throughout the year?
Yeah.
It was just the end that got pretty bad. And it was bad. I agree with you. I do get why people maybe wanted Kelvin Sheppard fired, but I just never saw that. And now that Dan Campbell's kind of gotten involved in that room and he's kind of taking it into his own hands a little bit too, I think we will see a better Sheppard because of that.
Now, there's two things with this. One, Jeff, I will plant my flag on. They should have fired somebody. That staff shouldn't have stayed together. There should have been maybe you go get a new secondaries coach, a new corners coach. I don't know what it is. Maybe you bring in, like we talked about before, they used to have the senior defensive coaches.
Yeah,
where you
like
get a guy with, maybe they should have brought a guy in. But I will plant my flag on. They should have made a move within the defensive staff somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm fine with them keeping Shep because it is someone who is in the system, and he just needed to learn. It sucked that he had to learn in a year that you were a Super Bowl contender. That's a major thing. So that's an issue. And then the second part of this, his leash is a lot shorter than it was last year.
I believe so, yeah.
If you get to week 5, 6, even like 7, and this defense isn't at minimum top 15 in the NFL, and you are healthy,
Dan gonna put the readers on.
It's time to move on.
Dan gonna put them glasses on,
and it's time to move on quick.
Let's head to break. When we come back, we got Kelvin Sheppard quote. So stick around. He talked about a lot of things, which you guys want to be here for that. We'll go to the chat as well. But first, what do we got? Mad Packs?
Mad Packs.
Let me tell the people about Mad Packs. Damn, 3 weed ads in a row. Crazy. What are the odds of that? But if you go to Mad Packs right now, they got some great products. Listen, they found a way to fuse 2 of their greatest products into gummies, man. They got the Boom Shakalaka 200 milligram hash rosin gummies and the high-low, not the pre-rolls, 200 milligram live resin infused gummies alongside the new Mad Packs extracts. That's the concentrates for all my waxy people out there. These are perfect for the summer. And listen, you want to go to getmadpacks.com to get yours. Mad flavor, mad high, Mad Packs.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
It's game on at Art & Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art & Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasta salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
All right, summer nights, cold drinks, and Tigers baseball, baby. We all love the Tigers in here, right? Everyone?
We do.
We love the Tigers. Woodward Sports is headed to Art and Jake's in Sterling Heights for a Detroit Tigers watch party. Come and hang out with the crew as well, or as we will be live Tuesday, June 30th at 7 p.m. Detroit Tigers versus the New York Yankees. I'm sure Maz might be in attendance there if that's the matchup. You won't want to miss a single pitch with over 80 wall-to-wall TVs, 22 draft beers on tap. They'll keep you refreshed and a menu packed with absolute fan favorites, especially their crunch time bites. Come party with us and grab a Founders and watch the Tigers take on the Yankees in Sterling Heights, June 30th at Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
We're back. It's crunch time, Woodward Sports. If you're watching, we appreciate everyone in here. Try to keep up with what's going on with the Detroit Lions. Kelvin Sheppard, Dan Campbell both spoke today. If you're watching, hit that like button on the stream. It takes a second.
Just get to 100.
Click the thumbs up. Let's get to 100 likes. We have a 150 like goal every single day, and if we hit it, Booner and Caleb have to have a competition where they try and finish 2 Coney dogs.
If that's what we're smelling right now is that Coney, can we please get 150 likes? Because that smells amazing.
Yeah.
Man, I'm starving.
I made a lot. I packed a salad and everything, just eat nice today and try and be healthy. And if we hit that 150, then I got to instantly eat bad.
Do you have those quotes, Caleb?
Yeah. Do you want to start Drew Petzing?
Yeah. You throw them up, we'll react to them. Whatever you got. Because they're all good, all of them.
Yeah, this one is Shep. This is from Nolan Bianchi. Shep on Drew Petzing.
So Nolan Bianchi, shout out Detroit News. Lions DC tweeted out, Lions DC Kelvin Sheppard, Drew Petzing has come in here in the spring and has shown us so many looks. By the way, that's another sparring match, I guess you could say. Kelvin Sheppard and Drew Petzing. And I will say this. I've been hyping up Drew Petzing all offseason. I think he's going to be a really good offensive coordinator for you. And we actually, I do miss the Hard Knocks days where we got to see Deuce in AG jawing at each other, even though we're not going to be able to see it. But I wonder what 5'7" Drew Petzing's like in that type of environment. You think Drew Petzing at 5'7" is jawing at Kelvin Sheppard?
Absolutely not. He'd be a smart man not to.
Yeah, I don't think he is. I don't think he is.
It's all right. Hey, mate.
And by the way, I mean, I've been in a room and talked to Drew Petzing, and I've been in an elevator with Deuce Staley. 2 different size humans.
Yeah.
Deuce Staley's a big dude. And I know he was a running back?
Of course.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
he was him now.
I'm not tackling him.
Me and I think it was me and Klotz. We got in the elevator and we looked over. It was
me.
Oh, it was me. Yeah. We looked over. It was. I mean, he's a massive human being now. I'm not messing with Deuce Staley. And we talked to Drew Petzing. I'm not gonna say I would mess with Drew Petzing, but I mean, if I had to get a little with Drew Petzing, I mean, I think we would.
No, if you're 5'7" though, ask Caleb. At 5'7", you got to be.
Man. I'm 6'2". I don't know what's
Imagine
so damn
if
funny.
Caleb was 6'2".
You got to be able to fight if you're 5'7". So Drew Petzing can kick some ass.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm kidding. I'm not actually messing with Drew Petzing. I do not want any of the smoke, Drew.
Yeah, I was about to say kicking ass is.
I don't want any smoke, Drew.
I don't know, man.
Booner and Drew in a ring.
Maybe if his head is waxed the right way, that sun again, guys. Casey.
What else we got, Caleb? I think we got some other ones.
Yeah, this one is this is Shep. This is from Nolan Bianchi. This is Shep. He says he wants to use the nickel position more next season.
Yes.
Finally.
Yes.
Kelvin Sheppard.
He admitted it. Thank you. I mean, this guy refused to be like, oh, man, I don't know. We just don't have the personnel.
We have confirmation.
Thank you, Kelvin Sheppard. That's all we wanted was a different defense. Thank you. Jeez, that's all we've asked for.
Yeah.
Hey, Kelvin Sheppard, this is what I'm talking about. This is why they hand up. I'm not firing Kelvin Sheppard. That was on me.
It was a little
because
hasty.
all I wanted was him to make changes. Just be adaptable.
Because he's using a nickel.
Be versatile. That's all we asked for. Thank you so much, man. That actually fires me up. I'm not going to lie.
This fired me up. Speaking of the nickel position, this is from Jeremy Reisman. This is actually a quote from Dan Campbell. He said, Rakestraw added some bulk this offseason to help his body hold up and says he has no reason to believe that Ennis can't withstand this whole season. Can we get some Ennis in the nickel, please?
Who said that?
That was Dan Campbell.
Can we play the video?
Do
you have it?
I don't have the video.
I'll send it to you.
It's a tweet.
I got a video of Dan talking about Ennis. I think we have to watch that one.
Stop it.
We
got a whole segment on Rake. Come on now.
Yes,
we gotta watch it. We have to watch this.
Come on, man. Rake is back, bro. Come on. How can you look like that? Your boy is back.
Jeff, go watch those Mizzou highlights, man, dude.
Bro,
the Rake, man. Mizzou's finest.
Just because Rake is looking like Keldon Johnson out there does not mean I'm about to get.
By the way, when he says there's no doubt he's going to be ready for training camp, does that mean he's playing now, or does that mean he's hurt and there's like, oh, he'll be back?
Well, he's not practicing today because he's sick. Him and Rocky Sin are sick. Confirmed that.
So he's saying he's going to be ready. Like,
I think he's ready.
How can I trust?
He says he bulked up and he expects him to play the whole season. Doesn't see why he can't.
What was his last injury? Like a torn pec or something?
He torn everything.
Yeah, right.
He tears everything.
Yeah, I know. Soft tissue, man.
He was too. I actually, maybe I'm wrong. Wasn't he getting nickel snaps last, or was that?
Yeah,
I'd never seen it, but yes, it happened.
He wasn't.
Apparently, it happened.
I am genuinely rooting for him, dude. They need him. They need him to turn into just something, a contributor of something. I mean, he was a second-round pick.
He does have a lot of. He has a lot of talent. He is a talented player. It's just about staying healthy.
Jeff not buying it though. I see it in your face. You tried, bro. It's okay.
Can we admit this?
KG, I'm really trying, bro.
Can we at least admit?
Bro,
let's say this.
I'm really trying, bro.
Is he a talented player when healthy?
I believe so, but I haven't seen that much tape.
We got the video of Dan Campbell on Rakestraw if you guys want.
Get it off, Caleb. This show.
When we watch his video, let's see what Dan Campbell looks like. Is he happy?
Do this for Caleb, bro.
Let's see how he looks.
With Ennis, he's had a couple rough seasons just being able to stay on the field, the durability aspect of it. How much of that do you chalk up to bad luck? And if not, what have you kind of given him to work on to maybe get better in that aspect of his game, being available?
All right, so before we go, he won't be out there today, all right? But it's not, there's a little bug, so he and Rock got a little bit of, but he's had a good spring. He's been out there every day. Minus this bug that's kind of hit a few of our guys. But I think, the this year, he had a lot of time to really not only rehab, but, man, work back there with Coach Schuler and Mike Clark when they were here, and certainly Fish. So, you know, he's added a little bit of bulk. He's a little more dense than he was. That's always going to help the body. But there's nothing to say. There's nothing that would tell me that he won't be prepared and physically prepared to go into training camp. Now, you know, whatever happens, happens. But he's where he's supposed to be right now.
What if he ends up actually turning around and being like a full year starter?
That's your starting nickel, dog. Yeah. You heard him. Whatever happens, happens.
That might be like the greatest comeback story in Detroit over the last 5 years.
Just crown him already. Back. Whatever happens, happens.
Wow.
Denver Blair, finally, Rakers Island.
Yes.
Rakers Island.
Shout out.
I mean, what are we doing?
Let him rest up. He has the cold right now, like Dan Campbell said.
The
let him rest up.
Cold.
Get back to practice. Light it up. And maybe we'll see some Ennis
I think I'm
snaps.
actually really rooting for Ennis Rakestraw.
Fuck yeah, you should.
I think I am.
Yeah, like we're joking around. Like obviously, it's in everyone's best interest. He does become a good player. I think me and KG are simply just saying that the odds of that at this point, and I hope Rakestraw sees this and goes, I'm gonna, screw this guy, dude. He looks at his white T-shirt. This guy sucks, and I respect it. I hope you do. I hope you go out there and you turn into a superstar and you hate me. But the reality is, based on the data we have with Ennis Rakestraw, the likelihood of that, it's not.
Caleb, I'm looking at the camera. This one's for you. If Ennis Rakestraw is healthy, he'll be a starting corner on this.
Yes.
Oh, Booner.
He will be.
Let's go,
Boone. Ennis Rakestraw, a second-round pick, is talented enough to bring something to this defense.
We gotta put it.
Just stay healthy. That's all you need. Stay healthy, and Ennis Rakestraw will be a starter on this defense. Yeah.
We gotta rein you in.
You know me.
The last couple weeks, we got Amon-Ra, offensive player of the year, Jared Goff, MVP candidate, Kelvin's bound. This team will win the Super Bowl. It's based on every take you've had the last couple weeks.
That is true.
Hey, I'm very high on this football team.
Is the Booner path shaping up?
It's like week by week.
Player of the year. Yeah. Running that back?
Is the Booner path taking shape?
Week by week, the Booner path is just brick by brick. I'm building it. You guys are seeing, without me announcing it, you guys are seeing me slowly build the Booner.
They might sweep the awards.
Booner, how important is Ennis Rakestraw in the Booner path? How big of a break is Ennis Rakestraw?
If Ennis Rakestraw, I am saying this. I think Ennis Rakestraw, like at Mizzou and everything, like when he's playing, he's talented. He is. There's a reason he was a second round.
I like the pick at the time.
And think about this, too. Like, and Jeff, you can't deny this because we did so much draft coverage on Ennis Rakestraw.
Yeah, he was hurt a lot.
But
You're such a fucking asshole.
Talent-wise, Ennis I'm about to fall. I'm alive. Talent-wise, if Ennis Rakestraw was healthy at Mizzou, he was supposed to be a first-round pick. And you got him in the second because of injuries. You knew what you were signing yourself up for. But at the end of the day, when he becomes healthy, the guy has talent. He's a good football player. Now, have we seen it in Detroit yet? No, we haven't. But we do know how talented the kid is.
We sure do.
He's changed his number, 5 times? I haven't seen any number he's been.
You gotta keep a number.
Gotta keep the number. Rake, if I'm gonna buy your jersey, you gotta keep the same number.
I think the only number I saw him in was 15. That's it.
That's all. That's the
honestly,
only one. Yeah, you got hurt.
It might be one of those things, like, as a human being, like, superstitious, you're like, man, I can't stay healthy in this number. I'm gonna change it.
Every time
and then you change it and you get hurt. You're like, I gotta change it. Like, we gotta find a number I stay healthy in, and then maybe he'll keep that one.
I guess.
Gotta pick a number, Ray. Come on, man. Rakers Island.
Duncan said we encourage Coach Booner to go loud here and only here with Jeff. I just got permission to yell at you.
Uh-oh.
Is that what that was?
G4 clearance.
Yeah, everyone take your headphones out.
Gosh. Let's hear about our friends from Massage Chair. Maybe that'll help injuries. I don't know. Sit in the massage chair house.
Yeah, let's see
what do you
here.
Think, Caleb?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Ennis, if you need to be relaxed, Massage Chair House is the place to be. Visit Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills, the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest. They feature top brands like Infinity and Osaki. They are your destination for premium comfort and cutting-edge wellness technology. Experience the difference with Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc, and creator of the #1 YouTube channel for massage chair reviews at the Wellness Doc. Book your visits today at massagechairhouse.com or simply scan the QR code on your screen. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Join Detroit City FC for a weeknight under the lights as El Paso Locomotive and Ted Lasso's Danny Rojas come to town Wednesday, June 10th at 7:30 p.m. Get your tickets now at DebtCityFC.com.
ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
All right, we're excited to welcome our new partners over at Founders Brewing and the legendary All Day IPA. It marks the 15th year anniversary of All Day IPA. It helped define the session of IPA category, but its fans who are what made it last. It's citrusy, crisp, and refreshing with a perfectly balanced taste and a 4.7 ABV, and it's just built to go the distance for the entire game. So next time you are watching the game, make it an all-day IPA from Founders, and as always, just please drink responsibly, people.
We're back. It's crunch time here at Woodward Sports. You're welcome, people. We got our Ennis Rakestraw segment in. All right, there you go. Talked Ennis Rakestraw for way too long last segment. Now we got to pivot and talk about other things Kelvin Sheppard spoke about. By the way, if you're watching, we appreciate the heck out of you. Hit the like button on the stream. We're going for 150 likes. Do we have any super chats that I missed, by the way?
Yeah, I think we got this one right here that we didn't get to from Tev Sauce. He says, with the $2, he said, Dan sounds sounds excited for the Edge group.
We did read that. We did read that, but it is true. He is excited. And by the way, Kelvin Sheppard's also excited. Do you have
It's a different. By the way, it's a different Edge group than we've ever seen in Detroit. That's why I think people should be excited. Dan should be. Kelvin should be. They finally revamped the Edge room.
Do you have the tweet on the Kelvin talking about the D-line or the Edge room?
Yeah. Let's see. I get it for you here.
Well, basically, Kelvin Sheppard spoke about it. And it seems like this is maybe they're on share the same sentiment about the defensive line room. And I don't know. I want to know where the chat's at. How do you feel about this D-line room? You feel good about it? This is something we've talked a lot about. Nolan Bianchi, Lions DC, Kelvin Sheppard said the biggest difference in Detroit's edge group this season is length. Quote, that's something we kind of attacked and saw that we needed. End quote.
The Detroit Lions like length.
Yeah.
Quote Booner. From Booner.
I was going to say something after that, but it would just made that way worse.
I will say that segment, I was looking at this chat, a lot of pause moments.
It definitely was.
A lot of pause moments, but it's true.
Dude, this is the first time. It's the first time this D-line room we finally have what I think fans have been asking for. It's just, again, the word I'm going to use all year long for this edge room and this line room, versatility. You finally have some.
You have. It's the question. The question isn't about, to your point. It isn't about the versatility because they have DJ Wanham, really good run defender. We'll see upside with rushing the passer. He's had 8 sacks before in multiple seasons with the Vikings. Derek Moore, power guy. He's a capable run defender, but he can get after the quarterback. We'll see with Ahmed Hassanin. They got a group of guys in there that you're kind of excited to see. I don't know about Peyton Turner. I'm not going to talk about him, but to your point, they do have versatility. The question is, are those guys? Is DJ Wanham, I'll look at him probably the most, who you signed to be that guy, the starter, can he play to the level he did before the injury? And even back to his days with the Minnesota Vikings. Can he be that guy? Because if he is that guy he was with the Vikings, and I'm not talking about from a run defense perspective because I think he brings that to the table regardless, but rushing the passer, can he do that? Because with the Carolina Panthers, he wasn't really that good, but he was also coming off an injury, I understand. So I'm willing to give him some grace there, but it really depends on DJ Wanham. Because Derek Moore, I'm putting him in the same rookie bucket. I'm not going to be too hard on him early on. We talk about the expectations. I expect a couple sacks from him. He's going to play on pass rushing downs. But it's really DJ Wanham. He's kind of like the cog in the engine there. Like, it's not about Aiden. We know what we're getting from Aiden. We'll talk about Aleem in a second. Tyleek, we hope he can turn into the player you draft in the first round. But what does DJ Wanham look like?
I think it would be unfair, by the way, for Derek Moore to put him in a position of like, hey, you have to do this. You have to do that. That's why and Brad, dude, this is his thing with Brad, is Brad's always said, hey, for needs, we go free agency. Guess what they did? It was DJ Wanham in free agency. They knew they needed another edge rusher, and they did it. And now they have, and I know everyone, people were like, well, Booner, Lions fan base, they've been asking for him to draft an edge rusher, and he finally did it. Yeah, well, the expectations will come with Derek Moore. As a rookie, though, it's hard to say, hey, man, can you go out there and get us AQM numbers and go out there and dominate as a rookie? It's not a fair thing to do. That's why our DJ Wanham, hey, that's where he comes into play. And you know what would be the biggest thing that would work out for the Detroit Lions? If Peyton Turner can end up just giving you something.
I'm not willing to go there.
I'm not willing. Like, listen, I'm not going to.
And a straight straw was all I had today.
I'm not setting it. Listen, I'm not setting an expectation to say, hey, watch out for Peyton Turner. But what I'm saying is, if you get anything out of him, just a little
define
bit.
anything.
I just hope he makes the team.
I guess so, yeah.
I'm just
yeah, no. Define that, Boone. What do you mean?
You know what? I'm
making the roster.
I'm jumping out of this. I'm turned. I'm making a turn. I'm going to do this. What about Ahmed Hassanin?
Yeah.
How about that?
I like that one.
I think Ahmed Hassanin is going to end up getting snaps each game, and I think people are going to be a little surprised and be like, wait a second.
That one I'm with you.
He's giving us something.
That one I'm with you.
Because he is technically, I know he didn't play last year, so it's kind of technically rookie year, but it's really his year too. He was with the organization. I think he returned to them maybe in like October after the injury thing happened, and he just was working and in practice with them. And a lot of players, actually, do you guys remember the Ahmed Hassanin thing coming out of practice last year? They were all like, he looks good.
Yeah.
And there was tackles, and they were actually getting mad for how good he was in practice. They were like, this guy is like, he's wreaking havoc. And I'm not saying like he's like Aiden Hutchinson, but a guy stepping in the building there and doing that as a rookie who was essentially a late draft pick, got hurt, basically got cut because of the injury, brought him back. He gave you something. So I think that's a name that people like. I'm looking at Ahmed Hassanin over Peyton Turner.
I want to bring this up before, because we got like about 5 minutes left before we go to break. We'll get to Hot Take Thursday, and then we'll get to shit you may not know. So we're kind of wrapping up the line stuff. But I want to read this quote because this is a perfect setup here. Lions, Jeremy Reisman put out, Detroit Online, shout out, Pride of Detroit. Lions DC Kelvin Sheppard on how confident he is that Alim McNeill will be back to his dominant self. Quote, as confident as I've ever been, end quote.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Now, this is my take on it, because me and Kate, we went down this road before with the whole like, talk is cheap, action's expensive. Fair. But this is my thought on Alim. I do think he does return to form, though. Like, I do think he gets back to. Now, is that worth top 5 money? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably not. But do I think he's going to be a good D tackle? Yeah, I don't think he'll be nearly as bad as he was last year. No, I don't.
This is the issue that I run into with Alim. Has he played at the level of a top 10 defensive tackle? Yes, he has.
Top 10, yeah.
Yeah, he was free.
How often, like even when he was healthy, the years he was healthy, you only got to see it for like 2, max 3 games in a row, and then he would disappear for a couple games.
Yeah, he had to put it together a little more.
And we've never, in his career, we've never seen him put together a full season. I've seen Roy Lopez put together a full season before I've seen Alim McNeill so far. And it's good to see that from Kelvin. No, that's a fact, though.
I think that's a fair statement.
It's a fact.
No, I'm not laughing because it's wrong. It's just hilarious.
It is. But that's the issue that I have a little bit is Alim, and where people are like, hey, Booner, like you're going at. I think Alim at his best is very good. He is a top 10 defensive tackle at his best. I want it consistently. And if Kelvin Sheppard's like, hey, man, I've never seen it. This is the best I've ever seen him. Okay, I've seen him great versus the Dallas Cowboys when he goes out there and gets 3 sacks and just is a game wrecker. I've seen that. But I just have not seen that for even 12 games in a season. And that's all we're asking for.
Yeah.
I'm just tired of seeing it for like 2 or 3. I was arguing with Easy last night about it, and Easy was like, no, we've seen it. I was like, please give me a stretch of football, an 8-game stretch of football where you're like, Alim McNeill dominated for all 8 games. Because that's what he gets paid for. Because that's what like Chris Jones and those guys do. They'll dominate for a whole season. Roy Lopez, as crazy as it is, again, he did it for a full season. And did he do it at a top 10 level? Nobody did it at a top 30 level last year for you. You haven't even seen Alim do that at a top 30 level for 17 games. That's all I ask. And someone in the chat here just donated. Where is it? Michael Weary said, I think we still need another D tackle. He donated $2. That's my issue is you really didn't get a backup for D tackle. No, you have Tyreek Williams and Alim. Who else?
Tufalo.
Oh, we got Levi Onwuzurike, Booner.
Levi,
come on.
But like track record wise, It's proven that Aleem isn't going to do this for you for 17 games. That's a fact. So who's going to do it when he's not doing it? Hopefully Tyleek, but now you got Tyleek and the DJ Reader kind of just being that nose tackle. So you're in a little bit of a pickle here when it comes to the defensive tackles. And I love that Shep has confidence in him. I'm excited. I hope that he goes out there and does it for 17 games.
Right.
But from my understanding, I haven't seen it. And until I see it for a whole, like, he could do it for the first 3 weeks. People will be like, Booner, I told you so. No, you didn't. Come to me in week 16 and week 17 and week 18, and we had that conversation.
Yeah.
That's all I ask for.
Fair points.
That's it.
Let's head to break. But before we do that, I got to tell you about our friends over at the founders, but Water Hazard specifically, because it's so dang delicious. 5% alcohol, and it doesn't taste like it has any in it. It's so good. It's my favorite. And it's the very first canned vodka cocktail from Founders, and it's perfect between innings or even between rounds. So if you're out on the course, or honestly, it's anywhere you want a beverage like a vodka, if you're into vodka beverages, which I am, you pull out and you have the Water Hazard. Now, got to drink responsibly as always, so next time you're out on the course, go get you one. Come back and tell us how it was.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Jameer Gibbs, breakout season, loading.
Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone, touchdown!
Woodward Sports, the most dominant Detroit sports coverage around.
Let me tell you about Buddy's Pizza. They've been celebrating being the hometown favorite for about 80 years now. Follow their social channels and join the rewards program to see what they have planned throughout 2026. Add some Detroit style to your next event with Buddy's Catering. Their menu is packed with fan favorites, including their award-winning pizza, signature salads, home-style pastas, and more. Save 20% on your next catering order of $200 or more when you order with promo code Woodward20. Visit buddyspizza.com/catering to view their complete menu and place your order today.
Crunch time, Woodward Sports, 11 to 1 weekdays. I do want to say this, Hot Take Thursday. I forgot to mention this last week because we're going to do this every single Thursday, and we're going to get you guys involved, which reading the chat is amazing, and we read your guys' comments. But if you want to get involved virtually, if you're okay and you're comfortable enough to send videos of you reading off a hot take, send them to us,
yes.
man. We want to get into playing your guys' hot takes on the show. So us reacting to them, yeah, we'll read all the chats. But if you have the nuts, the kahunas, to say, I'm going to get in front of a camera and I'm going to record this hot take and send it to the boys, let me know if you're interested in that, because we'll play them on the show. That'd be a great
The
subject.
huevos, as
We've been trying to get the people more involved in the show, and I think a good way to do that would be to play a clip of you guys giving a take on the show.
We are going. This is just kind of a tease ahead for football season. One thing we're going to do during football season is we are going to play fan reactions and what you thought of the game on Sundays or the day after games. We're going to do that on Crunch Time. We're going to do fan reactions for essentially, for the next 24 hours after a Lions win or loss. We want to hear what the people have to think. Yeah. And we want to see videos. Like, we don't we're going to probably do calls at some point for sure. But it's more exciting, honestly, to see videos of fans
I like
reacting.
the videos better.
So just kind of a heads up as well with that. Like, we're going to do that as well on this show, get fan videos in, and hopefully people participate. That'd be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Let's get into it. Hot Take Thursday. Okay?
Oh, here we go. Who wants to go first, by the way? I've got a good one today.
I've got a decent one.
I mean,
everybody's saying that. Where they at?
What's the subject of everyone's? Mine's Detroit Lions.
Mine's is NBA Finals.
NBA Finals. Oh, what is yours?
NFC North.
So do you want me to hit Lions, or do we just finish Lions and then we'll start getting off? Are you ready for this?
Take it away.
This one's easy. I don't even know. Jeff, actually, I told Jeff this in the back. He said, Booner, that's not a hot take, but I think it is. In the next 2 seasons, boys, Detroit Lions offensive coordinator Drew Petzing will be a head coach in the NFL, and you will lose him.
Damn.
Drew Petzing will be gone within the next 2 seasons.
He's taking his ball head.
He's going to get a job somewhere.
Taking it somewhere else. Wow.
He set himself up, and this is why it's such a valuable thing to have here, this OC position, is because this is kind of the bloodline, or is it bloodline the right word, of kind of, or the next step of like, hey, next step in my career, I want to be a head coach. Where's the spot to go? The Detroit Lions offensive coordinator position, where you have Jared Goff, a good O-line, Jahmyr Gibbs, with Isaiah Pacheco now, Jamison Williams, Amon-Ra, Sam Laporta. You're coming into a top 5 offense. I went back just this last year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There was 10 head coaches hired this last offseason. 8 out of the 10 of those coaches were offensive-minded coaches. 8 of the 10. Or 7, sorry, I apologize. 7 of the 10. So when I look at that, I go, hey, who's going to have one of the best offenses in the entire NFL? It's going to be the Detroit Lions. I hear Klotz's voice.
Yeah, sorry,
I hear Lucas Klotz's voice.
I didn't think I was on the mic, but he has a hot take Thursday for.
Oh, here we go.
Shout out Klotz.
But at the end of the day, this guy's going to put himself in a position to be a head coach in the NFL. All he has to do is come in here and have a top 3 offense, and he's just got to make sure it doesn't fall apart like it did with the guy that we're not going to name from last year.
All right, so future head coach check. Will he be labeled a boy genius check?
Yes.
The next up.
Yes.
Okay.
People are going to be like, hey, Drew Petzing is that guy. Because, dude, and I think about it, too. When we were in the combine, everyone we talked to, what were they saying about him?
Yeah, they like him.
He's the next guy off.
He's
the next offensive mind
maybe
up.
I don't think it's a hot take because I agree with it. Like, I think Drew Petzing's bright. He's young. He's going to do really well with this offense. Head coach.
Damn.
It's how it works.
Y'all giving me so much more confidence in this.
I mean,
I was a tad worried.
Yeah, I think he's. Now the only thing is like, it sounds stupid, but it's real. Is like, he is 5'7". I know it's. I understand. No, I get you. But think about it from if you're an owner, like he stands up in the locker room, and he's looking up at every player. Maybe that'd be the only thing that hold him back.
Yeah, but even like Michael LaFleur in Arizona, I don't look at him and be like, that guy's going to command a locker room. Yeah. But he's a good offensive mind.
No.
And there's a lot of coaches like that.
It's not about commanding a locker room.
Is Joe Brady going to step up and be like,
well, Joe Brady, he's
such a good offensive mind.
Drew Petzing would be, and I love Drew Petzing. That's my guy. He might be the shortest head coach in the league.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. It's like when you get on a roller coaster, hey, you have to be this tall to go on the roller coaster. Is it like that in the NFL? You have to be this tall to be a head coach? No.
Yeah,
who's the shortest head coach in NFL history?
That's a good question, yeah.
I think he will be a head coach. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
The personal appearance just not rocking with you.
I'm with
it's just the height. I'm curious. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just curious if the height would ever have something to do with it.
Hey, go out there and run Z-flat. I ain't listening to your short ass. Like, shut your short ass up. We run whatever we want to run. Like, I just don't know. That's crazy, Jeff. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm dead. All right,
you know who was short? Bill Belichick.
Bro, like,
come on. That's the only example I can find.
Damn, man. Drew Petzing is Bill Belichick. Got it. All right.
You know who else is short? Nick Saban.
Oh, all the goats. All the goats. Short king you talking about.
Maybe there's a world where it's like, hey, if you're a football player and there's a short guy in there.
Sean McVay's short.
But if there's a short guy in there demanding the room, you kind of respect him a little bit more. Like if a short guy like that can demand a room, you're like, hold on.
No, Sean McVay. I think Sean McVay is like 5'9".
Yeah. Okay, so why can't Drew Petzing?
I'm joking around. I'm saying I wonder if the height thing would.
He's just the old coordinator. He's not the coach.
Yeah.
So you got to command the whole locker room. Just offense, listen to what I say.
He'll be a anyway,
he's taller than Kyler Murray.
I like it. I agree with it. That's probably why. If people think it's a hot take, then you suck it.
Jared Goff, like, what's the call? Kill, kill, kill.
I think.
I ain't listen to that short motherfucker. Kill, kill, kill.
Oh, no. KG.
He said what?
Just looking over him, man. I ain't listening to your ass, man.
I'm sorry, man.
All right, let me bring up something else for you guys. All right, NFC North. I was on the Packers fan base in their ass. This Monday?
Double down, Jeff.
And I'm on the Vikings too. I don't discriminate. Wow, we've had a lot of pause moments this show. This is bad. I'm on that ass too, Vikings fans. Okay, I'm on that ass too. And I talked about Kyler Murray yesterday, right?
You
and
did.
I'm very down on Kyler Murray. I'm very down on the Vikings. I'm going to go ahead and just put my nutsack on the table.
Come on.
The Vikings, the Minnesota Vikings, will miss the playoffs this year. And I'll explain to you guys why, okay? Let's look at the schedule. And you tell me the first 3 games of the year, and we can look at the first handful of games of the year. This is who the Vikings play. They got 2 divisional games back-to-back. They got Green Bay, Chicago. Okay, Green Bay, however you feel about them, it's still going to be a tough game. Tough game, especially for Kyler Murray's first start. Tampa Bay on the road, right? They got Miami, New Orleans. Okay, I'll give it to you. They got Indy. They got Detroit. They got Buffalo. They got Green Bay again. They got San Francisco, Atlanta, Carolina, New England, Detroit again, Washington, New York, Jets. All right, I'll give you that one. Chicago to end the year. Like, bro, I know people expect, and Lucas Klotz, I'm looking at you, all these people think that it's going to be linear because they had a bad quarterback situation. They won 9 games, Jeff. They won 9 games, Jeff. They won 9 games, Jeff. Not everything's linear, okay? And that roster is talented, but you guys, we can talk about it all day. You can have a good defense, a bad quarterback situation, because, Caleb, you said it best. If you have 2 quarterbacks, you don't know which one's which, who's a starter, you got no quarterbacks. And we know how much that can derail a season. I think quarterback and head coach is the most important duo to win games.
Yeah.
That's why you can say what you want about the Packers. Like, we know Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur is going to put something together. You know what I mean? Jared Goff, Dan Campbell, Caleb Williams, and Ben Johnson. Kyler Murray, bro. Kevin O'Connell's great, but, like, he ain't.
And you really think that's a 2 QB race? Because I think it's been pretty clear for a couple weeks.
I said yesterday, I think
JJ losing his mind over there.
They both suck. Well, I mean, Kyler Murray, they said yesterday that they're splitting first-team reps. Kyler Murray gets the first ones that he goes out there with the first team, throws 2 interceptions instantly. And it's like, dude, they're
that's
good
your
scores.
That's your man.
It ain't my man.
They both suck.
I just think he's going to be better than what JJ was.
They went wrong with just not going Daniel Jones or Sam Darnold. Like they
doing that shit as a facade. They over JJ, bro. Like I think
they're over. But I don't think either's going to be good for them.
I mean, maybe not. But
I don't know if it's you said they missed the playoffs. I don't know if that's a hot take. I think that's just like a normal
It's what's expected.
Someone in this division's got to miss the playoffs. In my opinion, it's going to be the Packers or Vikings.
I think it's more of a hot take than your Drew Petzing one.
No, because no.
Because the Vikings, everybody's talking about the Vikings being a good team. KG,
they are.
Everybody's talking about that.
Hey, do a poll real quick. What's more of a hot take, Drew Petzing head coach or Vikings missing the playoffs?
You just brought up everyone at the combine loves Drew Petzing, dude. Everyone, everyone loves the Vikings this year.
I don't think in our bubble people are like Vikings are good. I don't think outside of that people think
everywhere, bro. I promise you.
Do a poll. I mean, I actually listen. I'll put my hand up if I'm wrong. I do think.
What's the Vikings win loss? What's their line at?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me look it up.
What's the Vikings win-loss of the line at for better?
Let's look at their playoffs. Like, what are the odds of them making the playoffs? I think that will tell you a little bit more.
Like, I'm just genuinely curious.
Their line right now. Hold on a second.
Because the Lions is what, like 10.5 or something, 11.5? So it's probably like below that by like a game or
Guess
two?
theirs. What do you think it is?
I don't know, like 8.5?
8.5.
9.5.
Ding, ding, ding. 8.5.
So they think they're going to be around, they're going to be like a 9
That's not a hot
team.
take, though, because you can miss. They're 8.5. If they get an 8, that's missing the playoffs.
It's my hot take,
Lions
bro.
that had 9 last year.
Okay. It's my hot take. I mean, where are you going? We're not arguing the hot take.
Well, no.
This guy's shitting on my hot take.
No, I'm not.
Bro, it's a hot take Thursday.
You told me in the bag, you said, Booner, I don't know if yours is that hot of a take. I don't think that was either.
Okay, cool. Anyway.
Oh, come on, man.
It's my hot
take.
take.
You can tell me that. I say it to him now. He's a little.
I literally agreed and loved your take. I said it's a great take.
I agree. Yeah, I appreciate that.
But yeah, the Vikings are going to miss the playoffs.
I keep smelling this Coney, man. This is going to really be an issue.
Yeah.
We need 150 likes.
The Vikings are going to miss the playoffs, though. We can move on. Go ahead, Caleb.
I'm kind of afraid to go now. Booner might tell me it's not hot enough.
Just beware.
Beware. He might, too, because he told me
I never said anything on the show. I said I actually agree with it. I think it's a great... Bruh.
Hey,
we're not doing this again.
You ain't got to take that from Booner Short.
Just go ahead.
You ain't got to take that from Booner Short.
Kill. He's not getting me today. Go ahead,
guys. Come on.
Go ahead, Caleb.
So obviously NBA Finals right now, the king of New York right now is Jalen Brunson.
No question.
All the NBA fans, they're loving on Jalen Brunson. He's played a phenomenal series. But I don't think he's that. I don't think he's the Finals MVP. if the Knicks end up winning the
I love
NBA
this.
championship. He's having a phenomenal series. I think he's averaging around 25 a game.
I think we all know who's going to get it.
I think at plus 280, you're getting some really good value. OG Anunoby
Yeah.
in the NBA Finals MVP. He's averaging 24 points a game. The most efficient 20-plus points game, 20-plus points a game in an NBA Finals. I think he's shooting 58% from the field, 56% from three, 78% true shooting. He hits a game winner for you yesterday on a Brunson missed shot. For me, right now, the Finals MVP is OG Anunoby, and he's the best defender on their team.
I agree.
I might
He's
make
the
that
most,
bet.
He's the most important player on their team right now.
That
I
is
think
technically
Brunson,
a cold take.
I think Brunson's minus 135. I think you get OG at plus 280 right now. And I'm taking OG Anunoby.
I agree. What do you think, Booner? Is that a hot take or no?
No, I like that. Yeah, no. I'm not the.
We go to you for this.
By the way, I want this on
I don't
the
know about the temperature.
Guys,
on this.
I just want this on the record. I wasn't trying to go at Jeff saying it's not a hot. I didn't think it was. The only reason I was like, all right, I'm going to balance it out and I'm going to see is because in the back he looked at me
Off
and said,
air, I said something.
Yeah, but
is your point?
You got to say, hey, off the record, Boone. Like, I don't know. I thought you were going to come in today and be like, that wasn't a hot take, Boone. So I was ready to go. I thought yours wasn't.
And what did I say?
I think KG and Caleb, that's fair. If he tells me back there, hey, Boone, yours isn't a hot take.
I can't do it today. I got to chill.
Is that fair?
No,
Am I
it's
crazy?
ridiculous. What
Nah,
you're saying.
you're not crazy.
Off air, I'm talking to you about workshopping on the
And
take.
you just said, Boone, that's not that hot of a take.
Off air, workshopping the prep, yes. But on air, I agreed and said it was
I
a good
thought
take.
that's fair.
So
That's
if you
also
can't
you're a liar
understand
on
what,
air, Jeff.
if you
Yes.
don't understand what in the back workshopping a prep is, then I don't know what to tell you. That is not
You
on
told me
air.
it wasn't a hot take.
I'm like, I don't know, Boone. Yeah, but
So when it comes up here, I'm just, hey, you said
yeah,
it wasn't a hot take.
Hey, shit on my take. That's all good. I disagree.
I did it. I think it's a fine, very. Hey, Jeff, how about this? It's a very fine take, young man.
Go ahead, KG.
I get my Terry Foster bag.
All right, man. Well, listen, we all know the Spurs ain't no arguably, they had the worst finals collapse that we have seen, 29 points. Inexcusable, any way you want to slice it. I don't care how young or inexperienced they are. You cannot let shit like that happen. However, even though the Knicks stand at 3-1, I am not necessarily calling for the Knicks to drop a 3-1 lead, but I am going to say that my hot take is that the Spurs will not lose another home game the rest of this series. You can take that and do what you will with it because they going back to San Antonio, tomorrow night. I don't imagine the Knicks want to win in San Antonio because that's just kind of cheap. They're gonna take their foot off the gas a little bit.
Yep.
I can easily see the Spurs winning Game 5, and then at that point you kind of got to toss up. I think the Spurs can stand up in Game 6 because let's be real, they have been right there. It's just the late game mistakes by them have been so costly. And I don't care if you got to keep De'Aaron Fox strapped to the goddamn bench in the last 4 minutes.
Send him
Do what
away.
you got to. Dylan Harper, get your ass out here. You work in
Yeah.
two positions. I don't care. You cannot let De'Aaron Fox ruin this for you, but I also think that they'll rise up in Game 6 and then Game 7. Spurs bring it on.
I don't. So you think the Spurs in Game 7?
They will not lose another home game the rest of this series.
So that Game 6 is going to be big at MSG. That's going to be a.
Yeah, I
imagine the outside the fans.
So it's like you basically 3-1 comeback.
Yeah. And how Nick would that be? That's like New York Nick, prototype right there.
For Victor's legacy, though, that's just like another.
That'd be an all-time
as
collapse,
shitty as he's
dude.
played,
God,
that would
bro.
definitely be crazy.
An all-time collapse if the Knicks lose this series.
Do what you will with it. They won't lose another home game.
We got you got Klotz's in there.
Yeah, we got one more hot take.
Here we go.
From our guy.
Here's Lucas Klotz.
Jeff, Booner, KG, Caleb, unfortunately. I heard you guys are doing Hot Take Thursdays, so I'm setting mine in. Jalen Naylor will lead all AFC West wide receivers in receptions this year. Okay, you can shit on it all you want. That boy Fernando Mendoza is going to be throwing probably 90 balls his way.
I mean, that is the
man.
most Lucas Klotz like hot take. Jalen Naylor will lead the AFC
Look at
West
the
in
goatee
receptions.
on that dude too.
What if he's right though?
Bro, do you know who's in the AFC West with Jalen Naylor? Like, there's some wide receivers that catch a lot of footballs out
Yeah,
there.
that's true. What if he's right though? What if he's right? That's the type
wide
the type of
receivers?
take that he'll end up being right on for no reason
out
at
of
all.
nowhere. That does feel like one of those. Like Jalen Naylor. Who else is on their depth chart, by the way? They have Trey
Brock
Tucker,
Bowers. Yeah.
Jalen Naylor, Brock Bowers.
Let's go to the AFC. I don't know, Lad McConkey
Yeah.
on the Chargers. Like,
Yeah.
bro, The Chiefs.
I mean, Ladd McConkey is all right.
I mean,
y'all be hyping him, but he's okay.
Me and Klotz are supposed to be the Ladd McConkey guys. What are we doing here, Klotz?
To be
me and
fair,
you are supposed to be the Ladd McConkey truthers.
Ladd McConkey last year,
he's all right, bro.
He didn't get the ball. He never got the ball.
He only had 66 catches.
I see a lot of hype.
So we think Naylor's about to have like more than 66 or like 70 or so receptions at the minimum.
Who had the most last year? The most.
Jacoby Myers gone. I mean,
the most in that division last year was Cortland Sutton with 74,
and he's still there.
But that's 74. You're talking about like, hey, just get to 80.
I mean, with Jalen Naylor, we're at 80 catches.
Yeah.
You want to jump on board with that?
No. I'm just talking this out. We're talking this out. This is good talk out. He had 29 as his career. His career high is 29. Yeah, Klotz, that's a tough one, Klotz.
Let's go to break, man.
That's a tough one.
Hey, it's a hot take for a reason.
Yeah, it is a very hot take.
I got to tell you about our friends over at Supreme Lending. Shout out Klotz, by the way. Love you, Klotz.
Yep, shout out.
Supreme Lending. Buying a home or refinancing is a big decision. Just like in sports, you need the right team behind you. So that's why we're proud to welcome Supreme Lending to the family. As a full-service lender, they boast a 99% close-on-time rate and a 97% customer satisfaction score. But here's the game changer. When you apply for an eligible loan, mention Woodward Sports, and we'll receive up to $500 off your appraisal. To score this deal, call the numbers and talk to Chad and Chris at Supreme Lending today.
A network for the city, by the city. Woodward Sports is Detroit Sports.
Some days call for light, others lean bold. What about everything in between? All Day IPA, the easy choice for every day. Citrusy, crisp, refreshing. Flavor you can float with. Light on the hops, big on refreshment. One's great. Two, even better. Brewed with you in mind. No shortcuts, no fuss. Big on flavor, never too much. All Day IPA. Hop into easy.
This is a hungry bear. This is Carl and Jeff. Carl isn't worried because he has focused energy to spare thanks to Thrive energy pouches. Jeff didn't use Thrive when Carl offered. The bear is happy about that. Don't just survive. Thrive.
Neil Rule and Sean Belizian wake you up every Monday through Friday on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. That's right, Big D Energy has moved to mornings. Get your morning dose of Neil's tone and Sean's insanity. Weekdays 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Two Detroit sports legends coming together for the best Detroit sports morning show there is. Big D Energy, waking you up weekdays on Detroit's #1 sports network.
Tired of fumbling those glasses or dealing with the daily hassle of contacts? It is time to take control of your vision. Yaldo Eye Center, with 30 years of experience, 100,000 procedures. They are the trusted experts. Their LASIK surgery is completely painless. And by the way, only takes 8 minutes. 8 minutes. And the recovery is so fast that most patients are seeing 20/20 the very next day. Right now, take advantage of Yaldo Eye Center and their summer promotion. Just $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. It is a one-time investment that'll save you thousands of dollars on glasses and contacts in the long run. Wake up with clear vision. Book your consultation with Yaldo Eye Center today at yaldoeyecenter.com/$16.99. We're back. It's crunch time here on Woodward Sports. It's time for Shit You May Not Know with Caleb Zarnik.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, usually I try to keep these a little bit lighthearted and cool things, and I know we're going to talk a little bit more Tigers tomorrow. We got Gordo on the show. But if you guys didn't see, well, actually, breaking news real quick.
Whoa.
It actually just showed up on my phone.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Broncos and Sean Payton have agreed on a new 5-year contract.
That's
well,
fair.
That's breaking
Yeah.
news.
He's a great head coach.
Yeah, shout out
well
Sean
deserved
Payton.
for him.
Right.
You know, for I mean, he is kind of old, right? How old
No,
is
he ain't no kind of about it. He's old.
He's like, what is he in his
He's in his
70s?
70s.
He's not going to finish that 5-year contract.
It's a long. That is
it's a long time.
one.
Yeah, he's older. Speaking of older, Justin Verlander, he's back. He pitched in Toledo, and I'll tell you what, it was
You got the Undertaker bell?
Yeah, I absolutely
Lock that
do.
thing.
I got you.
Final stat line, and I don't even have the full stat line, but this kind of tells how his outing went yesterday.
Before we even get started.
5 2/3 for Mr. Verlander.
Ooh.
He gave up 4 homers.
He gave up 4 home runs last night.
God damn.
I'm not gonna lie.
I will say, fastball topped out at 95, but averaged around 92.
He gave up 4 home runs
4 home
in
runs.
Toledo.
In Toledo.
Yep.
There's
Sure
no.
did.
If I'm just being honest with you boys, I saw he was playing last night. I was expecting just to maybe give up a couple hits. I was not expecting.
I could get this final.
I mean,
stat line for you
his
guys
rehab
in a sec,
starts
but-
have not been good all year. So just saying.
That's concerning.
This ain't the first one.
That's
We'll say
concerning.
that.
At least we got Casey Mize coming back.
Casey Mize coming back. It looks like on Sunday.
Dude,
yeah.
honestly, the cool thing about this weekend is we do have Scooball Saturday
Yeah.
and Casey Mize on Sunday. That I'm actually, if you're a Tigers fan at all, you got to be a little bit like, I'm looking forward to that.
I don't think we see. I mean, again, we'll probably get to more Tigers tomorrow, but I don't think we see Justin Verlander at all this year because
it was over before it really started.
It was over before it started. It was fun for about 2 weeks before the season. We're like, fuck yeah, Justin Verlander's back here in Detroit, but yeah, not great. Jeff, you're gonna hate this next one, and we can make this one short and sweet, but I thought this one was interesting. It's obviously it's one of the last days of school for high schoolers. It was my sister's last day of school yesterday.
Shout out.
And some people in Michigan, some high schools in Michigan, they celebrate Tractor Day. I couldn't find any videos of this. But apparently some students in Michigan, they celebrate Tractor Day, and in the last day of school, they ride their tractors to school. Again, I tried to find. No, I'm not 100% sure, but I thought that's
I've heard
pretty
it.
bizarre, honestly.
I'll say this. I mean, where I went to school, there was, I don't know, but we probably did have some tractors pull up to school, but in like our last couple, we had trucks, like truck pulls in the lot.
Where'd you go to school, Booner?
Far up in the country, up north. And we would have there would be like tractor pulls going on in the parking lot. That's like confirmed. So I'm not surprised to hear a Tractor Day.
Yeah.
I live up where it's like you have to like drive 10 miles per hour on the road because there's a massive tractor in front of you and you can't pass. And that happens all the time. Or you pull up to the corner, there's just like an Amish buggy pulling up to the gas station. That's where I'm from.
Well, I hate it, by the way, Caleb. So you're right, but I do have a story about the tractor coming to the last day of school. I did experience this in my high school. I went to Anchor Bay High School, Fairhaven, Michigan, and it's not like it's by countryside. So there's students that go there. I think it was school of choice too. So the students that were kind of out in like the country that went there. Mm-hmm. I kid you not, there was a dude that pulled up in the tractor on the last day.
Oh my God!
And it was Tractor Day.
And I'm not gonna lie, like when you saw it, you're like, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Was it like the slingshot?
Yeah,
was you afraid you was gonna lose your girl to the John Deere?
Yeah. No, it was. I'm not gonna lie. There's something about a dude driving a tractor. It's like that guy. It's badass. Okay. It's like you know what I mean. And you're driving some like I'm driving some beater. I'm driving like a Ford Taurus at the time. Shout out Ford Taurus, very good.
May
car.
buckle up.
But yeah, I experienced it. Stupid. I hate the days though. I've been consistent with.
Yeah,
this.
no.
There's too many days.
There is too many days. But come on, that one's fun. Last day of school, take your tractor to school, whatever. I don't know.
Why does it gotta be a day? Just do it.
That's true. You're right. You're right.
Take your tractor to school day. It's like take your child to school or to work day or whatever that is. Like you're talking about tractors? Like it's
over the top.
We should do that here. You guys want to bring tractors to work?
Yeah, we could. So
everyone pull up in their lawnmower.
Yeah, that's
at work.
You're right.
Well, happy National Tractor Day to whoever is celebrating. Next one. So I don't know if you guys heard. I think this was Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Cardi B was performing at halftime, and Charles Barkley said, he said this about Cardi B. She was on the screen, and he said,
"What did he say, Caleb?"
He said, "Cardi B more like Cardi D's."
Damn.
And then so he was asked about it after, and he said about ESPN, like maybe them getting some backlash. He said, "I would love for them to fire me and have to pay me for the next 6 or 7 years."
Talk your shit, Chuck. Talk your shit.
I respect that.
I
the
love
fact
Chuck,
that,
bro.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to work any longer. I'm at the age where he's like, I'm done. I have a 7-year contract or whatever it is. He's like, I'm just going to say things until they fire me.
No, real shit.
Because his pay, he probably gets paid for his whole contract.
And what you expect? You parade Cardi B in front of him like what y'all expect?
And Cardi B retweeted a video of Charles Barkley saying that, so she wasn't mad about it.
She ain't mad about it?
No, she ain't mad about it. But we know
her top half is what's holding on. That back half, boy. that ass falling off, boy. Yeah. That shit scrubbing the ground. Anyway.
We got to get the hell out of here, bro.
Yeah,
let's
real,
go to Nitty Gritty. Thank you for the $2. Says KG had to take your plug to school day.
Yeah.
I mean,
bro, hey, what different take your something to school days are
take
there?
your plug to school. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Oh, that's funny as hell. All right, let's get out of here. Let's go to break. We come back, mailbag, get those mailbag questions ready.
Drop them.
First, we got to hear about the subathon the Heavies are doing.
Yeah, Friday, June 19th. Detroit podcasting history is going to take place with the longest live stream ever at Woodward Sports. It's the Woodward Heavyweight Subathon. They are live at 5 p.m. And here's the catch. Every time you guys donate, it adds time to the clock. You guys hold all of the power. How long will they be stuck on camera? I don't know. Hopefully, I'm thinking maybe all weekend with how you guys are going to donate.
Till Monday at 11.
Completely up to you. Yeah. So June 19th starting at 5 p.m. on Woodward Sports, Woodward Heavyweight Subathon. Make sure you're tuned in to that.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Finally, life-enhancing LASIK surgery at a price you can afford. Michigan's most experienced eye surgeon, Dr. Yaldo, is offering the most advanced LASIK at just $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. Imagine not just being free from contacts and glasses, but actually seeing better without them. This limited 2026 spring offer is thousands less than others charge. Go to YaldoEyeCenter.com for your free evaluation and save.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
All right, if you're looking for the perfect spot to host your next get-together or your next party, head over to Black Rock Bar and Grill, home of the steak on the stone. Whether it's a graduation party, a baby shower, rehearsal dinner, or your next big watch party, Black Rock has the food and drinks and the atmosphere to make that whole thing unforgettable. The best part about it, they do have truly something for everyone, even Cardi B. Cardi B can go to Black Rock, from handcrafted cocktails to mocktails, salads, burgers, desserts, everything. And then obviously their famous steaks cooked right on the rock or chef prepared to perfection. Book your event today at Black Rock Bar and Grill and find a location near you at blackrockrestaurants.com.
We're back. It's Crunch Time, Woodward Sports. Get those mailbag questions ready. We'll start Jesse. He says, mailbag, how do you like this parlay for UFC on Sunday? Ilya KO in first round. Pereira money line, O'Malley via decision, Lopez wins via KO or decision, and Hockett via KO and Ruffy via finish. $10 win $2,000.
Wow.
I respect it, dude.
It's risky.
Can you send that like in a DM? Because I need to like look at that.
Yeah, I need to see that
how,
over.
Legit that would
So
be.
What's the main card looking like?
It's
well, Alex Pereira's going to beat, or Alex Pereira's going to win. Ilya Topuria is going to beat Justin Gaethje, right?
Yeah, he has KO in the first round.
I love Justin Gaethje, but he's not
washed
beating.
at this point.
Yeah, he's not beating Topuria.
Alex Pereira money line, yeah. O'Malley via decision, I like that one. Lopez wins via KO, that's fair.
Yeah. Derek Lewis, maybe?
Oh, my boy Derek Lewis fighting.
But he's lost, I feel like, recently a lot.
Yeah, he has, but hey.
And he's fighting a guy that's
one punch
9-0.
change it all,
He's
my
just
boy
getting
D.
that
Lewis.
check.
Stop playing.
He's collecting that check, and if he gets a KO.
Michael Chandler's on this card. I mean,
It's a stat card.
It is stat.
I heard
There's
they
some
bringing in
dudes.
like extra security and shit because apparently the White House is like on fire right now. But yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
They're fighting outside, too. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
how
gonna be a
that's
mess.
work.
It's gonna be a hot mess. But I can't
I'm
wait to see it.
interested. And what's crazy, it's Sunday at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
That's a weird time.
It's a
It's
very
like Sunday Night
weird time.
Football.
Yeah,
Same
but
kind of
they
ordeal.
should do it Saturday. I don't know why it's on a Sunday.
Sunday Night Football works.
We're going to be up until like
It's America's
midnight,
Day.
1
Yeah.
a.m.
That's how they look at it, I guess.
Diego Lopez, shout out. He's good. He's fighting on the card too.
Wolverine Network, we used to whoop Anchor Bay's ass in basketball. I'm a port here on Northern Husky back when we were a MAC Red team. Yeah.
Shout out.
I am confirmed 1-0 versus Anchor Bay in basketball as well.
Yeah, I mean, we never had any really good. The only, actually, Taiwan Jones, shout out. The only, shout out Taiwan. By the way,
Jones.
family friend, shout out Taiwan Jones. Great dude. He's doing some great stuff, but he was the best thing to ever come on Anchor Bay in terms of like athlete. Went to Michigan State, played for the Jets for a little bit.
My only career interception comes versus Anchor Bay.
Nice.
Okay.
Pee Wee football.
Damn, you just shit on Anchor Bay. All right, Booner.
Let's see here. Stephen David, mailbag, is the Heavy Subathon honoring Juneteenth, asking for a friend?
We will have to ask them.
Yeah, that's something we have to talk to them about.
Because Easy ain't black. We still trying to figure out what Easy is. So
Undecided.
Yeah.
Krug Daddy, mailbag, Aiden Hutchinson had 14.5 sacks last year with Derek Moore on the other side. What are your predictions for Hutchinson's sacks and more sacks this season if they both stay healthy?
I think Hutch, and I know we're probably going to get predictions. I think Hutch is going to be 15 this year at least, right?
He should be.
So
I feel like I say that every year, and he doesn't.
Expectation. No, last year was a 14.5 or something. I would think he gets to 15 this year. Expectation for Derek Moore?
I think around 3 or 4.
Yeah, I mean, if he
maybe
gets to
5.
6, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Stephen David, mailbag, is Chris skipping the subathon to celebrate Juneteenth again this year?
I mean, Chris is a black king, so I don't know. I don't know, man.
KG, have you been invited to the subathon?
No, I have not. I'm just being real. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not invited, because I'm sure Spinny would feel free.
Yeah, you're invited
Yeah,
regardless.
I'm sure I'd have got an auto invite. But
Feels disrespectful from them.
I want to come through and bust their ass in Madden or 2K
That's
or
why
something.
I think I'm going to go play some Madden or 2K.
Yeah,
for a
bring the
couple
system
hours.
through, man, so we can get it in.
Let's see. KJ says, mailbag, was the Fox layup worse than the Ben Simmons passed layup against the Hawks?
No.
Actually, he should have did the Ben Simmons.
Yeah,
passed on the layup.
Right, for real.
That was the only time.
Nothing is worse than the Ben Simmons shit.
No.
But I think this is worse because it was in the NBA Finals, and it was to win an NBA Finals game.
I get that.
Ben Simmons was like, I don't know what, the
It's a playoff game.
semifinals. It wasn't
like,
even. I don't even think it was the conference finals.
If I put my brain, or if I just look at it as a macro, I can understand why De'Aaron Fox did it. It's the stupidest decision ever, but I can understand it.
Passing on
that
a
Ben
bucket.
Simmons shit was like, what are you doing, guy? Like, you're a paid NBA player.
Yeah.
And ever since that day,
That was the
their
end of his career.
playoff success down the drain.
that was the end of his too.
Yeah, bro. I can't wait for that 76ers doc to come out in another, 5 to 6 years? Holy shit. The process? Oh, man, I can't wait for that.
It's a mess.
It was a whole mess.
I can't imagine.
Oh, this is
That
actually
doc gonna be
this is good, guys. God Hates Cowards says, mailbag, can we bet if someone's gonna be unveiled at this event? Is he talking about the heavies? Like who's gonna be on the stream?
I think it's a mixed bag. Like, people just gonna show up. So
That's right. There should be a betting thing on it.
Yeah.
Like who's gonna show up?
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
He's talking about the heavy stream?
I don't know, but I just thought of that based off of that mailbag question. I think that'd be sick.
They should do like a giveaway.
Like
No,
plus
I
100
think
is Neil Rule gonna show up?
Oh, gotcha.
I take lines on that.
What do you think, Neil Rule? Would you take yes or no? Plus 100.
I take that for sure.
You think he's going to?
I think he'd show up.
I think so as well.
I think he'd pop up.
What
It's
about
good value.
Adam Baydoun? I'm taking the no. Minus
Right.
5,000.
I'm putting the bank account.
Braylon like plus 10,000.
I'm putting the bank account on the no for both.
That's so funny. No one was expecting that name to get thrown out there.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here. We appreciate you all. We'll see you guys tomorrow. No KG.
Like the stream.
We're
Sorry,
glad you were
y'all.
back today. No, we're glad
Next
you're
week
back
we
today.
be back home next week.
Back.
Sir.
It's the off season. Things are gonna happen. All right. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Until then,
Love
tune
you
in.
guys.
Braylon Anson, the heavy.
Shout out Albertini, by the way. Hey,
Labartini.
I apologize. I'm so sorry.
That's why you make it funny.
Maybe
Yeah.
I genuinely appreciate the donation. I appreciate everything. So I just want that on the record.
Like, how tall is Booner? Kill.
We'll get out of here.
Shout out Labartini,
Peace.
man. Appreciate you.
The next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.